Today, you're on Trenches News. What's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody. Yo! Shout out to everybody on here, man. What's up? What's up? Dro Mob in the building. Shout out to everybody, man. Hope everybody blessed, safe out there, enjoying their day safely. Shout out ENC. Smash that like button, y'all, when you come in. Shout out Messenger. Shout out Messenger. Dro the Mob is in the building, man. Make sure y'all support my wrenches, man. Um, Adia, shout out Adia, shout out Adia. Messenger again, shout out Pimp C. I got 14 yards to cut today. Right on, swipe. Hey, yeah, get that money, man. Get that money. I thought about a landscaping business, man. I thought about going ahead and get my son a landscaping business. Start him off the right way. Bounce some lawnmowers and Lakeisha Gray. Lakeisha Glover. Shout out Lakeisha Glover. Appreciate your support, baby girl. How you doing? Shout out Harry O'Neal. Shout out Harry O'Neal. Shout out Boston Celtics 556. Shout out to the whole Boston. Stream Elements, what's up, my boy? Almighty Props, what's up? 365 Hustle Boy, what's up, Hustle? Ringo Twice. Shout out Ringo Twice. The Crown in the building. The Crown 761. Nardo from up north. Shout out Nardo, man. Appreciate your love support, Nardo. Shout out Dro the Mob again. Shout out Mactown 326, imported from Detroit. Shout out Detroit. Lakeisha again, and you got Frank. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Dustin Turner, Trap God. Shout out to Bone Yak and Savage Black, the moles. Not they ain't no moles, but they from down there where they say Mo. We say Joe in Chicago, they say Mo. So don't get it twisted like they gang bang. Shout out to Troc, shout out to Tommy S. Shout out to everybody. Made Media Magazine, man. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to Made Media Magazine. Support him. Y'all never see him, but Made Media Magazine. He from out west. He from Cali, the Bay Area, and he cold too on YouTube. Big ups. Shout out AO Sparks. AO Sparks fool. That ain't Sparks Visual, is it? Hey, what up? Israel underscore key. What up, Swipe? I checked out that Tyrant out last night. It was nice. Yeah, shout out Bodil, man. If you ain't seen Tyrant like Father Like Son, the series, make sure y'all go and check it out, man. Later. It's on Tubi, it's for free. And it's nuts, man. It got KB Nene in there, got Mikey from Gyro City in there. It got 051 Wu in there, Tay Savage and them, King Louis, Twister, Crucial Conflict. It got everybody up in there. Wood Harris gonna be in there. I just gave out a secret for y'all, but yeah, it's gonna be lit. Mike Epps might be in there, and one Flocker gonna be in there. Hey, it's busting, man. It's busting. If you like the Shy or Power or anything, go check out Bodil, man. Bodil is him. He the truth. Hey, but anyways, man, we got a couple of topics we're gonna talk about. I went live early because I'm gonna drop a video tonight and I got an interview tonight. So I'm going live right now until about six something for about 3 hours. He said I did 5 years, 14 clear record, started business. Now I'm employing the young fellas who can't find jobs. I fuck with your movement. Yeah. That's what you do, brother. You get on first and then you pull people up. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this: everybody ain't meant to be pulled up, man. Everybody ain't meant to be pulled up. You can help a motherfucker and he think and then start talking shit about you. You like, what the fuck? Like, I done been through it already. So yeah, it worked. Some of the youth, they want to work, they want to get money. Some they just want to work for a paycheck to get a gun. They just want a gun and some drugs. That's it. Then they gonna quit. You know, that's why when I started the trade school and shit, you're gonna have to work for a month, 28 days like YouTube. So I know you ain't just gonna quit. Cause you let them little motherfuckers work for 2 weeks, they gonna get that gun and then they gone. You hear me? That's what they working for. I asked them, so that's how I know. I asked them, man, when I be outside in Chicago, I be asking Shorty them, why y'all don't stay at y'all job? Man, we be trying to get a gun, a car, some clothes. Shit, we ain't trying to stay there. They keep it real though, you know. So I know what to look out for. All right, y'all. Swipe. You think the Lil Pal murder trial harder to beat than a Vicar? Hey, look, I'm just gonna tell you this, Hashim. Both of them, he ain't gonna beat. Period. I'm just gonna say this, man. When you go out your way to go to jail, don't expect for you to just walk out that motherfucking jail without doing no time or none of that. You hear me? It's hard, it's easy to get in trouble, and it's hard as hell to get out, man. Hey, look, imagine just fighting two robberies and no murders, no conspiracies and something like that. I know you know people who fought robberies and guns and shit. You see them sitting in jail for 3, 4 years, maybe 5 years before they come home. So what the hell you think Dirk them gonna do? And I know a lot of people gonna say money. Money talks. Man, money don't mean shit with the feds, man. I'm telling y'all, man. El Chapo on the feds, Larry Hoover, he was in the feds for 52 years. Big Dirk was in the feds for 26 years. What the fuck money mean, bruh? Big Dirk got caught with allegedly $8 million. That means his money ain't nothing then. El Chapo up in there. If you could buy your way out of that shit, El Chapo would have been did it 10 times. El Chapo got 100 times more money than Lil Durk ever seen. He probably seen more money just seeing than Lil Durk got in his account, goddammit. I promise you he do. They say he a billionaire right now, and he been in jail for all these years. And he's still a billionaire. Hey, and another thing, you just seen the Mexican El Mayo. He just handed over $15 billion just to not to get life, man. And y'all telling me what type of money Dirk got. It's either some of y'all just real fans or y'all just fanned out. Hey, look, you asked too many times, brother. You asked too many times, man. Hey, look, when I'm talking, you wait till we done. I let it marinate, bro. I ain't just gonna talk on your time, bro. You wanna go and find out about Boona though? Go and look it up. His name Michael Golden, goddamn it. Go and do your research. You that thirsty? I'm sitting here talking about something else, and you steady coming through talking about some motherfucker Boona. I'm gonna tell you about his slow ass in 1 minute, brother. Yeah. They said El Mayo gave up $15 billion. He forfeited it just to not get life, man. I wouldn't have gave up shit. You gonna die in that motherfucker anyway. It ain't like El Mayo, goddamn it, 20 years old. That motherfucker already 80 years old. Hey, yeah, don't get on my channel. Let me cook. I cook. This how I cook. I be on this motherfucker for 4, 5 hours. Let me cook. You want to get on here and you want to hear about the breaking news? Go and watch the news. They tell you shit in 30 seconds, and then so you can hop off my channel. Not me. I've been on this motherfucker for 5 years. I'm a veteran, bro. Go ahead on. I know when you just came on my page. Well, you know we could read y'all license plates, right? We could look and see how long you been on the page, how many comments you comment. You know I can see that shit, right? So don't get on my page acting like you been on my motherfucking page, and I can see who been on my page for 3, 4 years, 2 months, 6 months, 1 month, 1 day. I can see it. So stop playing time about you been fucking with me and your page a day. You going up to the sky. We don't play like that. All right, so what's up, Beijing? What's up, Beijing? Hey, y'all need cable in Chicago, man. Holla at Beijing Money, man. Comcast, well, whatever y'all need, man. You need cable, hit up Beijing. You hear me? All right, y'all. So, um, Real Vert got shot. Real Vert got shot again, y'all. They said he got shot again, and he ain't dead, unfortunately. I'm telling you, he just got shot. But yeah, he gonna keep getting shot. You know, it's karma, man. It's called karma. You disrespecting Duck, you disrespecting Brick, you letting people disrespect your family just for some views. You know, people like Vert, he don't need to be dead because Vert a nerd anyway. Vert ain't like that. Vert pretending. Like Lil Jeff and them, they like that. Lil Jeff, he really killing people. J-Mo and Smokey, the other little motherfucker Slick, they killing people. Vert is just a creative player, just got friends that's killers. We all got some. We all know people like Vert. You know what I'm talking about? A motherfucker creative player, and he got friends that's killers. He just around them that can hang around them, and they doing all the killing. So it make it look like he doing some shit. You hear me? But yeah, what I just say to Vert is, hey, you might as well live in a bulletproof truck. Goddamn it, this your second time in 3 weeks. They try to get you in Rockford. They try to get you out west. They know Lil Jeff and them gone, man. You and Banana Split. Y'all down here by y'all self, man. They know y'all ain't got no backup no more. They know Q50, goddamn it, in bulletproof trucks and shit living. They know it. Y'all ain't woofing on the internet. Y'all ain't sniffing them drugs like that. They know y'all lost it. Y'all lost all the money and everything. They know this. The world know it. We watched y'all sniff everything. So now you talking about some you going to rehab and all that shit don't mean nothing. What about all them 20 motherfucking hats y'all got? That's what we want to. That's what they trying to figure out. What them hats y'all was talking about? Remember them hats? That's why I tell y'all kids, it ain't good to be talking about you got 20 hats, you and your homie, because now it's only him and Q50 left. And now you don't hear nothing about the hats no more. But now the family members on their ass now. Everywhere he went, he get shot at. They on y'all ass, pal. They on y'all ass. Yeah, and the little guys who got killed at the school for the two fake watches, they from out west. You know, they from out west. So you think you gonna post up and y'all been bragging about that y'all done killed my motherfucking son, a nephew, or a cousin over some fake watches that they told Jeff that the watches was fake. They told Jeff on live. They said, man, we got the watches of praise, man. The dude said he wouldn't give us $5 for them motherfuckers. But they still got killed for him. You hear me? Yeah, I ain't got no sympathy for Vert. If you looking for any sympathy for me, I ain't got none for him. Maybe Mama Duck forgive him, or maybe, Duck family forgive him, but I don't forgive him. If y'all would have told me that he checked out, that's when I would have reported about his ass. Because after I told him, why would you disrespect Duck, your cousin? He told me F off, and you know what I'm talking about, man, get your trick ass out of here, man. And da-da-da-da-da. So hey, look, I don't pray good for him on everything. I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I talk to big sounders about my enemies, I ask that they be taken away. I don't ask God to, hey, please forgive me and turn the other cheek. Why would I do that when you trying to kill me? When you talking about I'm gonna die and shit like that? Why would I pray for you? This ain't Martin Luther King. There ain't no turn the other cheek. You throw a rock at Trenches News, I'm throwing one back. But yeah, man, very better say his prayers, man. You better say his prayers, man, because disrespecting your family online and shit, I don't respect him. I have zero respect for Bert. Now his homie's gone. Now he wanna make amends with Mama Duck and them and shit. Now he wanna talk to the family now. I was off them drugs. I was just tweaking. You hear me? You ain't gonna play slow because you was not trying to act like you was off some meds now. Now niggas want to play slow. Oh, Mama Duck, I was off of Aphaline and I was sniffing perks. I didn't know what I was telling. I didn't know what I was doing. You know, they told me I could get a deal like that if I diss my cousin. Like, I don't give no fuck about that shit. You would kill your cousin, you would kill all of us. If a person a backdoor they homie, they'll backdoor me and you. Why would y'all care about them? Why would y'all want somebody like that free? Or any of that? Because you better believe that if he killed his sister, he'll kill anybody. If he killed his mama, backdoored his mama, he'll backdoor our ass too. So we might as well get on his ass together as one. That's why I be telling y'all, the gang members. If you see the shorty and them out there popping the guys, y'all might as well flood them. Y'all might as well go ahead and get them out the way. You hear me? Because if they killing the guys and wouldn't have popped the guys or threatened the guys with a gun, Shit, you have, hey, look, you lost. The guy, the shorties running around talking about this our block now. We'll kill y'all. Y'all still talking about love, life, loyalty. You better get out of here, you dick suckers. Hey, look, I wouldn't do it. You hear me? You gotta be a drip sucker. You gotta be drip. They talk about we run the block now. We'll push you old niggas off the block. Ain't no love in this shit, man. I hate that people still even claim gangs, man. I know it's like an attachment, when you shaking up with people, it's like an attachment. It's like a signal run through your body and shit. But man, hey, don't nobody really love you, bro. Don't nobody really love you, man. Hey, look, this how you can tell somebody love you. Get into it with them and see how they react. You could just be playing. Turn on your camera. Be like, man, I'm tired of your bitch ass. What's up? And if a motherfucker be like, what's up? I've been waiting on this. And you be like, yeah, I got this on camera. I knew you've been waiting on it. See what I'm saying? You know, you just playing on camera. You just bullshit. Hey, look, let me see what's up to him. Man, I'm tired of your bitch ass. You might been here that he been sneak dissing. Now you say, I'm tired of your, yeah, I'm tired of your bitch ass. I've been waiting on you to get out your body with me. That's what they always say on the block when you get into it with the guys. I've been waiting on your ass to say something to me. Damn, bro, you been waiting 6, 7 years for to say this shit? Where's the love? Hey, shout out Kiddo 914. I appreciate you. Helen Beckham, Booyaka, Boonka Boonka, Stop Motions. Booyak, Booyaka Bonga, Stop Motions. He got a long name, brother. Shit, shout out to you. Oh, say what's good, Swipe? Shit, Mars. It's Miss Schaefer. What's up, Miss Schaefer? Miss Schaefer got Boudica, boom, bomb, bang on that motherfucking name. You hear me? Hey, smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. We finna get into talk about OTF Boona. We're gonna talk about Nolan. We're gonna talk about Yellow Bezzy trial. We're gonna talk about it all, man. I appreciate the people who on my channel who know how I get down. Like I don't just jump into the conversations. I have a conversation with my people, ask y'all how y'all is and shit like that. We just talk about normal things and then we get into the stories. I ain't thirsty to be just talking about the story because I'm trying to talk to y'all. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about, before I get into my long ass story. And then some of y'all gonna hop out because y'all don't want to hear what I'm talking about. Because y'all rather hear me talk than y'all want to listen to the family or anything. I've been on here for 5 years, bro. I pay attention. I could be on here talking 900 people on here. I turned on the family, it dropped down to 600 people. I turned on the news thing, it dropped down. But if I get on here and talk straight, it'll be 900 people. You hear me? So I pay attention to shit like that. I know what my people want. So I get the people what they want who been on my channel and support me every day. You hear me? Oh, you ain't got to worry. You say F the like button. Yeah. I appreciate you, brother. You in the sky now. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for the view, brother. Well, whoever your name is, who I just blocked, I can't see his name. Jason. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate the view. You ain't got to hit the like button. The view that count, brother. I appreciate you. So why y'all think y'all trolling somebody, you still getting me paid, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You hear me? Thank you. When you jump on my page and make a comment, that's called engaging. You engaging. You running up the engagement. You hear me? You engaging with me and you gave me a view. You don't understand that? So I appreciate all you trolls too. Thank you. Keep promoting for me. Hey, anyways, man. OTF Boona. OTF Boona, he going to jail for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life, man. He ain't never coming home. The man left his motherfucking fingerprints on the dresser drawer and on the washroom door. The washroom door, he left his fingerprints and on the dresser drawers, all the dresser drawers he was looking through to try to find if Oscar had the drugs. You hear me? Yeah, he ain't never coming home. They got surveillance in the inside of the house where he took the guy in. So everybody was in that house. They knew them because they ain't have on no, they had surveillance in the house. Like, you know how people leave their house and then they watch their cat and shit? They had it like that because they got drugs. Oscar connect. He got expensive ass cameras in his house. So when they leave, their house is recorded. Y'all remember the UPS, my homie, Lefty. I watched Lefty grow up. I'm older than Lefty, but Lefty, C4, when I was over east, they used to be left. Well, C4 used to be in No Limit with us. He used to be on the block in No Limit on Kingston with us. But Lefty used to be on Chappelle, and he'll be at my house on Constance. When I stayed on 71st of Constance, we would stick up kids. We taking shit. And he had killed some Mexicans in Minnesota, and he had on the UPS uniform. But the Mexicans, the whole house was wired up. The whole house was audio, video, all around the house. Every room that you went in the Mexicans' house, they was wired up, and that's how Oscar shit was. So Boone and them ain't never coming home, man. Only thing he could do right at this point is hope that he gets snatched in the bank's enterprise, or he tell on Lil Durk like everybody else doing. He tell on Lil Durk and try to get 20 years. But he left his fingerprints all over the motherfucking house, man. And then he told the girl, kiss him. Cause this the last time you gonna see him. Now, hey, look, man, I mind you, right? Oscar was cool with them. So Boona was going over Oscar house. Boona was going over Oscar house to kick it. So the girl know him. Oscar know him. You know what I'm talking about? They people know Boona and them because Boona want to be famous around them. And yeah, he be with Lil Durk. You know how a nigga, when they not around Lil Durk, they use that as, leverage. That's how Boona be in Atlanta. I could call Smirk right now. You hear me? Going around the whole house. Y'all want to talk to Lil Durk? I can call him right now. Shit like that. And then, and then he tell a girl, right? This what's slow about Boona, man. He tell a girl, kiss him, like this the last time you gonna see him, right? And then left her in the house. Didn't do nothing to her. They took Oscar out the house and didn't do nothing to her. And people ask me, well, Swipe, did she call the police? What the hell you think? Do you not think she called the police? Drip, drip. Get in my drip. Drip suckers, drip, drip, drip. I'm saying drip like water, drip, you drip, drip, drip. Yeah, I ain't promoting violence either. But I'm saying about a person asked me, right, the Brano, they asked me, did the girl call the police? If 6 killers just left you and you watch them pull off out the gated community, you think you ain't gonna call 12 and tell them what kind of car they in and everything? Which way they win and everything, man. Like you gotta be, hey, look, you shouldn't even commit crimes at this point, man. People don't be thinking, bruh. People don't think at all, man. They don't think at all, bruh. And then, if you ask me, I think they lied on Oscar. I think they lied on Oscar. I think Oscar had nothing to do with Lil Durk, with his career being stolen. People like Oscar, they fans, bro. Like they'll protect Lil Durk. But you know who I think backdoor Lil Durk? His homies. I think either Zoo them, THF, or it was somebody, bro, who backdoored Lil Durk. It was one of OTF. It was somebody, bro. Somebody who Lil Durk cut off or wasn't getting no money, and they backdoored Lil Durk, bro. It wasn't Oscar. They blame Oscar, bro. I know the streets. I'm from Chicago. I know what niggas do on the blocks. They'll wait till somebody else come around, throw them under the bus. Oh, he did it. We seen him over here the whole time. He just got killed for nothing because they did it. The people who explain the story, bro. Like for real, man. People get killed like that every time, bro. Like, I hate that shit, bro. When OD got killed, when Tuka got killed, bro. They running around talking about OD killed Tuka. May I mind you, OD never went to school with Tuka. OD was out of school by the time Tuka became a freshman in school. So a person running around talking about some, yeah, OD got into it with Tuka in school. What school? What school you talking about? He didn't never go to school with Tuka. He graduated already. OD ain't going back up to no schools or none of that, man. He ain't doing no fighting. Everybody know he ain't doing no choking or none of that. He ain't even arguing with niggas. OD don't even talk to people. If you ask anybody who know OD, he don't even talk to you unless he know you. Ask anybody. OD don't just do no talking. Like, for you to get into it with OD, you gonna have to smack him or something. He don't do no talking. On my mama, bro, that's one person that I know that don't talk. He don't talk, bro. He gotta know you. He gotta grow up with you to do some talking with you. Other than that, he gonna shoot you. They say him and Tuka got into a fight. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Who said it? So when they told me Butter said, I say, man, Butter got a secret agenda around this motherfucker. You hear me? He getting all his ops out the way who he got into a fight with in O Block on everything. Once O Block told Butter, like, you can't come back over here because you be with Gyro, because Butter got family in O Block. His auntie them. But when Butter got kicked out of that because he was shooting at O Block with Gyro, and then that's when he got the, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, Vaughn from O Block. You know what I'm talking about? OD killed Tuka. You know, all these imaginary ass stories. And they believe Butter because Butter know how to fight. So they believed him. Every scene, O Block did something to them, bro. Like, hey, look, CYMB, they been in tour with Everhart. They been in tour with them. Way before they was in tour with O Block, they was in tour with TYMB. You hear me? They was in tour with Trap City. TYMB and Trap City used to be together. A lot of people don't know this shit though. So they just went off what Bud and them said, and that's how shit happened. And that's how the shit happened. And I caught them up in their lies. George say that it was OD. Then he said that Butter say KI and George now was there to see that it was OD. Whole time Kyra wasn't even there. She wasn't even out there. So George went along with Butter's story, and KI went along with that shit and spread it around the whole hood. OD killed him. You know? Whole time, the killer could go for Skinny, the killer could go for OD, the killer could go for any one of them in a mask. I'm gonna be real honest. He could go for OD. The killer could go for OD. If he got on a mask and walk up to you, he can go for OD on everything. That's why it's very important to know shit before you get somebody killed, man. It's very important. Hey, shout out to Devontae Moore. Shout out to Lakeisha Glover for the gems. Appreciate y'all. Hey, but back to Boona though. Back to Boona. They lied, bro. They lied, man. I'm finna pull up this video so because I know a lot of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. And it's this Lil Durk video, man. One of Lil Durk homies did that. I think THF might have pulled it. I ain't gonna lie. THF got a lot of grimy motherfuckers. And then THF, they willing to go to war with anybody behind them snaking you. That's one thing I know about THF. Like they'll rob you and they willing to go to war for it. You know, they robbed Vaughn, they stole from Vaughn multiple times. They'll take some. They some gangsters. Like THF, like now I don't know these little new shorties, but I know like, you know what I'm talking about Rome and Zoo them and like the original THF, like the ones who, you know, Fifth Ward them, crack be joking around and shit. Crack will put a belt to your ass though. He might lose a fight or two, but crack will pop the shit out you on everything, bro. Joe Crack, THF Crack, the one who up in there for, you know, y'all know what he did, and he fouled. She said, Rallo used to mess around and broke my heart. I said, let me tell you, Miss Jackson, she been capping from the start. Shout out Lil Rody. Lil Rado. Shout out Lil Rado, man. Shout out Lil Rado. Y'all ain't your kids. Fuck all that bloodhound, this the game, bitch. We know all that goof ass shit. Throw that out the window. It's a kid named Lil Rado, man. Play that for your kids, man. We need the kids to grow up off Lil Rado and The little girl who remixed it. We need that shit, man. I'm telling you, bro. I love to see it. I love to see when the kids, man, changing the narrative. Somebody got to come and change this shit on everything, bro. For everybody be dead. Hey, before I show y'all this video, man, don't get in my comments talking about Dirk ain't said nothing. Man, that nigga Dirk say, man, don't talk to the police at all. Why would Lil Dirk tell the police that he was shooting? I just don't understand. If India already said that she done already unloaded on the people, why would Lil Dirk say he was shooting? Hey, look, I'm telling y'all, bro, the feds was on them after this shit. That's why they just let Lil Dirk go. They been on them, but after this, they like, we found 3 guns. Lil Dirk like, how they look? Like, I couldn't believe it, man. I ain't watching like that, but this the video where we think that I'm probably about 85% sure that one of the guys that's around Dirk set him up to get robbed and not Oscar, you know, and they just killed Oscar thinking that Dirk was gonna send some money while he in jail, like they did Stephon Mack, like AJ and them did. But Dirk was in jail. It was too late. Oscar got killed. Dirk was in jail already. He wasn't getting no money for that shit. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. It's easy to send in your cash to support the terms. This is Lil Durk. This is Lil Durk. They're running in Lil Durk house, and the police responded. One of Lil Durk homies them did that shit, man. They was snaking each other. Them niggas were snakes, man. Everybody was around Lil Durk, but who you know are really shiesty. They was shiesty. They was getting each other killed and clipped and everything, man. There should not be anyone in the residence.
Please!
Let's have clear the residence. Open door.
We got broken glass.
Broken glass. First entry on the back. Shout out Calavici. Calavici. Shout out to you, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, Calavici. You be getting a body cam. Shout out to Straight Right Human and Red.
Sorry, I got this over here. Got another door.
Lil Durk gave up that big ass bed, man, to go and sleep in the motherfucking half of a twin size bed. He gotta be crazy, man. Y'all see that bed? That motherfucking bed could probably cost about 30,000-40,000. You hear me? We can't even. Hey, man, my bed cost motherfucking about 1,300, 1,400. My bed cost. That nigga in a motherfucking $100,000 bed, goddamn. It got the stumps on there where you could put your woman in position and shit, different levels, and he gave that all up, man, to have a nigga as a celly, man.
Clear. Yep. Cover. Yep. You want to clear up here? Yep. All right. Ralston Police Department. Hallway. Door.
When you need a legal hand with your will or trust, visit LegalZoom.
This is how much I used to pay for home insurance, but not anymore. I use Solvable to lower my rate, and now I only pay.
Clear. Gotcha.
Look at this nigga crib, bro. Like,
Go downstairs
real,
or upstairs?
niggas is sleeping in garages and cars out here. Man, ain't nowhere in the hell, man. Nigga called my phone. You seen one of the killers click?
Going right. There's a room. All right, we'll check these doors in here. Holy shit. All right, another room, Source.
Look how many doors. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Look what he just gave up to have a nigga as a celly, man. Like, for real, bro. They said, damn, another door. You hear me?
Clear. $13.45 ready. Can you see where that wood line butts up to?
Hey, this shit big, man.
Ooh,
Look,
I smell
that gave us some
shellfish.
shit. I ain't know his house was this fucking big. Man. That's why they ain't let him out on bond. He told the judge he only had motherfucking $2 million. Look at this house, man.
All right, I'll cover.
They like, nah, nigga, you got more than $2 million. Goddamn, your house costs about $4-5 million.
Towards that area.
Yeah, kids, hey, look. You change up people's lives growing, then you go and do some dumb shit like a murder for hire. Man, the kids probably was running around that thing, riding on electric cars and everything. Good Dirk ain't just fucked up his life, he fucked up all the kids' life. Look how big that crib is, man. Like, they got a studio and everything, bro. Like, we ain't never had this shit, man. So for a person to have it and lose it, you expect us to just say, oh, man, free him. Like, hell no, he a dummy.
Security camera.
Goofy.
I'm gonna go in here.
To just be like, oh man, free him, man. No. He's a done. He an idiot for this one. And he a sucker. You hear me? Like for real, I ain't supposed to be talking about freedom. He a sucker. Look at his house. I ain't never had no house that big, bro.
Clear. Showcasing. I'm looking at kind of like conversation.
Hey, bro, they still walking through the house, bro. This y'all talking about. I hate that. I don't hate it. Look what he just gave up. But Diddy them and all to get back, man. That shit wasn't worth it, man. It don't equal up to losing all this, bro.
You want me to set it up the whole, block it all off?
Hey, hey. Shout out to Hassan King. Hey, look, I'm glad you just said, right? I'm obsessed with Dirk, right? Is you finna say Dirk a snitch when he tell the police this shit? That's all I want to know, man. Lil Dirk said, hey, don't say nothing to the police. Just say my lawyer. So did he tell something or not? Why is you fanned out? I'm getting paid, brother. On everything, man. I'm getting paid for it. I'm getting paid for talking about this shit, man. That's the cool thing about me talking about it. You not getting nothing for commenting. I'm getting paid. We're going to continue on with Lil Durk.
I go from the tree.
Man, that's a big ass house, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's a big ass crib, bro. That's a big ass crib, man. That motherfucker huge. Real.
What's going on, Sarge? How are you?
Hey, kids, if you ever get a chance to move your family and something like that, don't be like Lil Durk. On everything. Don't be like that nigga, man. The crime scene look like they taping up Oak Block, goddammit.
Out the back, Del Webb butts up.
Look at the yellow tape, y'all. You heard me? That ain't this just the front of the house. This ain't even the back of the house.
This house. You said you got.
Yeah, man. You get your way. Don't be like this goofy. Don't be like Goofy Dirt. He was living good, man. Shout out Unc, man. Shout out Unc. Appreciate you. Look at that, Scud. Look how he was living, man. Look. He done went from that to eating motherfucking blowed up fish. Hydrated beans and rice. Cheesy rice. A noodle, a shot of beans, a shot of rice, and some Cactus Annie's chips, goddammit, on everything, and a shot of chips.
We're advising them to shut the alarm off, okay?
We finally moved from California to Illinois, and it was the best decision we ever made, except for one thing. I'll get to that part in a second because it almost ruined everything.
Yeah.
But first, we left Los Angeles last August, and
Sarge, you got your crime scene log? Where do you want tape at? I still got a huge roll. You want it in the backside too, or no?
No, not yet, but I will.
I should have enough.
Oh yeah, a shot of cheese too.
Let me see if I have my crime scene log. I had mine on. Oh, did you? Oh, I got you. I got you.
Shout out OG Momo in the building. And Antonio Anthony. Shout out to you, man. The Donnie Soprano 365 Hustle, man. What's up? All right, we're gonna go to the part where you're talking to Lil Durk in India now.
Morning. You all right? Okay. So just have you sit in the car for now. What's going on, boss? Just have you sit in the car for now. Can't go inside. What's going on is we're going to get K9 to come in, sniff out the area, and then to see if they can get a track. Because y'all were saying, y'all told dispatch they were running out the back door. Do you know how many people you saw? 2 or 3 of them? Okay. Do y'all have your license with you? No? Okay. Were they wearing masks? Were they not masked? They had like a face mask on them? Okay. You good? Okay. Was there any babies present? Because I saw y'all had kids in there. Okay.
Hey, shout out India, man.
What's
India
y'all's name?
realer than all them ninjas, man. India took the whole weight, and
What's your
then
first name,
Dirk
Miss
came and
Banks?
say, "Oh, I shot 2."
What's your birthday?
Firearms laying in the backyard.
Um,
10-4, copy. 2 firearms laying in the backyard.
what's your phone number? Okay. You said
You also want
Hey, brother, you can pray for him, brother.
I see
Just
what's
hide
up.
it all, brother. What we gonna pray? That God give it back to him again and he do some dumb shit? Hey, look, he done already had it. I prayed for him to get it. I say, man, I hope Dirk,
What's
Reese,
your birthday?
Keith, I hope all of them. I pray to God they get it. And then when he get it, he did some shit like
What's a
this.
good
I
phone
ain't
number for
praying
you?
for nothing. On there, you pray
Okay.
for him.
So I know you said have someone come here. We don't want too many people on scene.
No, it's our bodyguard.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Work for me.
Okay. Just have him park behind when he gets behind the deputy. All right. So, what happened? Were y'all upstairs or downstairs? Okay. So y'all were upstairs asleep. What'd y'all hear?
Oh, it sounded like glass. It was a big noise.
Okay.
Hey, somebody asked me, man. They
All right.
said
Then what
it's
happened?
they said is this helping police further their investigation, man? Get in the
Okay.
comments now. Does describing the story
Okay.
help further the investigation now?
Grab a gun.
Okay.
We creep by the stairs.
Okay.
That's when we see like 2-3 people like lifting their head up.
Okay.
That's when the shooting happened. They ran.
Okay.
So when I ran up, I told her to go in the closet. And she dropped the gun. I grabbed the gun, laid on the back porch.
Okay.
And that's how I said we got time to get.
Okay. Now, did they shoot at you or did you shoot at them? You shot at them? Did they?
They shot too.
Did they shoot first at you? That's what I'm asking. So they shot first. Okay. Okay. You know how many rounds you think you shot? Just a round. I know you. A few rounds. Okay.
Shout out to India Royale, man. Shout out India. She ain't supposed to be involved with this shit. She just stood on business though. Shout out to India, man.
And then you dropped the gun, and then you picked it up, Mr. Banks. Okay.
That's what Dirk was supposed to say. No, I ain't picked nothing up. I ain't fired nothing.
All right.
Just my
So
wife.
then, once you
Talk
dropped
to
it, you
her.
picked it up and ran to the back porch. And then what happened? Did you say you laid down and watched them?
I laid down.
Okay.
And they started screaming. I can't say something. I couldn't really hear. They was like, oh.
Mhm.
And I shot too.
You shot back? You shot at them? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Just give us a little while. We got to get everybody here. Once we know something, we'll let y'all know, okay? Where's that firearm that y'all had?
Firearm located.
I don't need. Is that it? Okay, just leave it. Just leave it there. The owner of it. Okay, that's fine because there's. Just to let you know, we found more firearms in the backyard.
2 Glock 19, 1 Glock 17.
In the backyard.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know what's going on. So we found 2 more firearms.
2 Glock 19 to 117.
So
He had something too, so I don't know if they got. I don't know if they took it, and when the shot went out, they dropped it, or I don't know if he did.
okay. Were they just laying around downstairs?
Yes. When you come, you sleep in the basement. Like if you see you in the basement, you go up there.
Yeah. Well, I saw that there was a safe back there, but that safe was locked.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I saw a lot of cash on the bed downstairs. Do you know how much cash you had inside the house?
The safe was open.
Now, only safe I saw was the gun safe. That safe was closed. What I'm saying is there was cash laying on the bed.
Upstairs. Yeah, that's where we sleep at. Yeah.
No, not upstairs. Downstairs, there was cash. And then there. Well, the reason why I'm asking,
On the bed, would it?
there was cash on the bed, and then there was cash. I think there's like a TV stand. Now there was a black bag downstairs with drinks and stuff. Was that y'all's?
Yeah.
Like you get at a grocery, like a convenience store, and they put all in the black bag.
It was on top of the.
It was on top of the mattress that was downstairs.
See, now you talking about the main of it.
No, sir. I'm talking about in the basement.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you.
What time did the bodyguard?
Hey, he just got loud as tough as hell with Dirk. No, I'm talking about in the basement. He said Dirk playing crazy with him.
Did he leave last night?
Oh no.
He stayed.
No, he just got back in town.
Okay.
He just got back in town yesterday.
Okay. You didn't get hit in the mouth, did you? Because I see your mouth's bleeding. That's all. I'm asking.
No, this chips.
Huh?
You come with the realness.
No, he's got. Looks like there's dropped blood on his lips. That's what I'm asking.
All right, bro. Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll let y'all know what's going on. All right.
If you're so profitable, why do you sell a course? Well, you know what? Here you
So yeah, I just don't think I just don't think the guy Oscar had nothing to do with this situation right there. I think the blacks lied on Oscar. Oscar the only one who knew where Dirk stayed at. You hear me? They probably took him out there on purpose. Hey, Oscar, ride with me to Dirk crib. Now when Dirk crib get ran into, guess who they could blame? Oscar. Get Oscar right out the way so they could be cleared of the shit. On some real shit. I don't think Oscar did nothing, bro. I think they killed Oscar for some bullshit, man. They lied on Oscar. And Boona knew it too. Boona knew it was a lie. Boona just did this shit. They just killing for clout, bro. Killing thinking that they gonna get some money off that shit. We just put what's the name? We just put what's the name in a blender. You know, and they done lost it all. Yeah, bro. They lost all their motherfucking money, man. When you put your money in evil, bro, ain't shit good coming out of it, man. Ain't no good returns coming out evil, man. This ain't the 80s, bro. This ain't the 80s, the crack days and all that shit when they was making millions and shit. You sell a bag of crack or you sell a bag of heroin a day, your ass going to jail most likely on everything, bro. Motherfuckers is catching indictments for one bag before they even get their operation started, bro. They going to jail. Like, it ain't like it was in the 90s and 80s where you could just get off like that. Motherfuckers falling out, dying over this off the drugs, and like it ain't the same no more, man. It's better off to just go and get a motherfucking job on some real shit. Clock in. Clock at that work. You sell your weed, you can sell it at work. When I was at work, I was watching a weed man get off all his weed at work. He was even getting the people like Trey Fast to hold. Like the people who work for him. And then when Friday come or Thursday at like 9:45, your card come on your phone, you cash app him his money. He was making a killing, bro. Just getting it to him on consignment. Just charging them an extra $10 or some shit. He was getting his money, bro. Had the whole warehouse buying weed from him. They ain't have to go and buy their weed. Everybody gonna break together and match each other, you know. And everybody's safe. You ain't gotta die. You ain't gotta have nobody rob you or try to stick you up at work, you know. But you got a problem on 63rd, 39th, 47th. Like you say weed to the wrong person and they gonna kill you, rob you for your shit. You hear me? Like, you ain't got to worry about that at work. That's the difference between working, your coworkers. They gonna support whatever you got going on. You can hide shirts. You can hide socks that you made. Your coworkers gonna support you, bro. Just believe me. I'm telling you, I done seen this shit. I done seen people come in with candles that smell good. Everybody brought a candle. And told they people, called their mama, hey, I need 3 more of them candles. At $25, $30 a piece, bro. I'm trying to give you some game, man. The job will support you, bro. It'll do more than you just working there. If you got more shit, like for real, you can sell out at your work, bro. Fuck around and make the news of some good shit. This guy started off selling his shirts and now he's a millionaire. You hear me? Took his shirt to work. Think Trenches News later, bro. What's up? What's up, D Rice? The Rice Mosley. MacTown, what's up? Same shit here at GM. Yeah, bro. Like, you get in the spotlight, GM, you get into a spotlight like the Bourne place that was in Chicago. The construction, the big companies, bro. CAD and all them, bro. You get in that, bro, you could make a killing, bro. You can make a killing legitly. The supervisor, the everybody buying from you. You know, and then weed ain't nothing. It's when you get to selling that other shit when you going to jail, man. Police really don't care about no weed. They tell you that when they run your pockets outside. Man, you got some weed, man. We don't care about that shit. You know, they want the guns and the hard drugs. That's what making them take you to jail. They'll smash the weed on the ground. But you just can't lie about the shit. Niggas be lying, having all a pound in their drawers. And then when they get caught, they be like, yeah, I got soon the police start rubbing them and fill a pound. Oh yeah, I got a pound on me. They finna take you to jail, FBG Young. What you thought this was? You thought they was finna ask you, did you have some weed on you? Then they search you and hit a bag, so you was finna get let go. You got to be more careful, son. Seville, what's up? What's up? So that's what we got on Boona, man. I'll keep y'all updated on Boona. They do have a 5th man in jail, a 5th man from Chicago. He got locked up. He was the last person to get locked up on the Oscar case. With OTF Boona and them. They called Boona second. They called another guy first. Then they called Boona. Then they called SRT Ray. And then the rest of them fell in line. SRT Ray from Chicago. He from Chicago too. It's like 3 of them from Chicago, and then I don't know where the other guys from, but 3 of them they involved, and they know shit about Dirk now. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they flunkies where they grown man where they'll do something for $1,000. Give us $3,000. We'll put him on top of the tree. You hear me? We'll dump him by a church for $1,000. The type of niggas that who Boona on the case with, they just like Boona. They just like Boona, bro, or do anything. Boona probably told them Oscar had $1 million in his house. They done came from Chicago to do this shit, and he ain't got nothing. They ain't get nothing. They got like $3,000, I think. That's all Boona and them got. $3,000 out of Oscar crib. Or off Oscar. That's all they got. $3,000 and it's 5 people. How does that work divided? I just want to know, how do you divide? How do you divide that? I know some people gonna be acting like they smart and divide the shit, but I'm saying 5 people. 5 people, y'all just killed somebody and dumped about a church. How do you divide $3,000? How do you run off $3,000? Like, shit crazy, man. They put niggas to bed for nothing and then getting caught. All right, y'all, we finna switch over to Yellow Bezzy real quick.
You go. I don't care. It's all free. I'm giving it away. We have like 6 different courses in here.
Yellow Bezzy. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Yeah, you got to make it make sense, man. At $3,000, we can't even split. You know what I'm talking about? 5 people, we can't even split, bro. That's why I always hit licks in the street by my damn self. Because I didn't want to split the money. First of all, I'd rather the person who finna shoot at me be just shooting at me than catch you and then you tell him where I live at and he let you go because he want me. He want me to diverse. You know what I'm talking about? Like, hell no. Nah. All right, y'all. So Yellow Beezy, he in court. He had a thing yesterday, man. So we gonna play a little bit of it because I know I got some people that was asking me about Yellow Beezy. And if you ask me, bro, I just think unless they got a person who's saying Yellow Beezy did it, like killed him, man, he finna beat that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This way different than Lil Durk. They talking about they going off some lyrics. Like they really saying that they going off some lyrics. They said that he did it in the song. Like I ain't heard too many people say, "Oh yeah, we got paid." If somebody saying that they got paid, he going to jail. But if it ain't nobody saying that they got paid from him directly, and they just going off some music or some shit, oh, Yellow Beezy coming home, man. Ain't nowhere in the hell you finna just tell me you got a song off YouTube and he finna go to jail for it, because that's what they said. They said, where do you get your information from? He said, well, nobody in the streets will talk to me. So we had to go to YouTube and we played him and Trap Boy Freddy's song and put it together, and they was talking about the murder. Like, what the fuck? Bro, I know people who kill people who be rapping about murders in Chicago. Shit, 68% of the drill scene rap about shit that they ain't never do. Ain't too many King Vons in the drill scene. And it's a lot of rappers that ain't never killed nobody. They just rap. They just rapped and it sounded good, you know. But for real.
Wait, if you were locked up at any Illinois juvenile detention center, such as Cook County, the Audie home.
Hey, can anybody find this girl for me, man, on Instagram? Can anybody find this lady on Instagram for me, y'all? Please, somebody find it, man. Anybody find this lady IG on Instagram? Hey, I'll give you free promotion, man, for a week. I'll give you free promotion for a week if you find this girl Instagram. I just want to tell you, I just want to tell her in her inbox how mind fucking it is to, just keep on coming through my page, and saying something that you ain't been through, you know you doing it as a skit, and then they got everybody, lying now saying that this happened to them. They blaming everybody. I heard the gang member say, "Oh yeah, we finna get together, me and 9 of the homies, and say that Father Flagrant touched us." I heard somebody say that, bro. It was people in the crib when I called over there talking to somebody. They was shooting dice and playing cards, and they was talking about how they finna jump on the Father Flagrant bandwagon and say he touched them too. Like shit, we might as well get paid. I'm like, bro, that's sick, bro. Like that's sick. The gang members plotting on Father Flagrant, bro. He ain't never touched them, but since they seeing it going around TV, that everybody just allowed to say it, bro. And then ain't no jail time behind it when it said that he ain't do it. That's my problem with it, bro. Like people need to go to jail for this. They basically promoting. If you was in jail at this time, call this number and you could get paid 300,000 possibly. Who ain't gonna, a broke motherfucker gonna call? Man, I was in jail that time. He ain't touched me, but I could say he did because I was around him that time.
Or anywhere else in the system, a global settlement may be coming in 20.
Media interviews, it was through their music, and it was in the streets of Dallas. This offense did not happen in a vacuum, and the jury is entitled to hear about what transpired that led to one Dallas rapper placing a bounty on another Dallas rapper. While the state's filed a response that outlines every piece of evidence that we'd like to put into evidence, as well as the legal justification for it, I'd like to highlight some this morning, Your Honor. First, we've attempted to narrow down the list of items to only those that go to motive, the feud between the parties, and other evidence that will be corroborated by our grand jury witness and other witnesses. During this hearing, Your Honor, the court heard repeatedly the name Roy Lee Pate regarding how this feud got started. It's in the grand jury testimony. And Louisville PD even asked the defendant, does this feud have anything to do with Roy Lee Pate? And he said, I think so. Now, the shooting and the death of Roy Lee Pate will not be admitted as 404B evidence against the defendant that he committed it. It's merely going to be suggested as the starting point between the feud between the parties. And we know that it has something to do with this feud because hours after his death, the defendant is shot while driving home multiple times. Louisville PD tells him the next day that the vehicle that pulled alongside of him belongs to the decedent's head of security. 2 months later, more Sprinter van is shot up. Now, both of these shootings are not extraneous offenses committed by the defendant. They are not other bad acts committed by the defendant. They are not 404B evidence. Rather, they are contextual, pre-existing events that led and explain why the offense occurred. They go to motive, Your Honor. Because 2 months after Moore is shot, or his Sprinter van is shot up, the decedent releases his song 219. And in that song, he makes certain declarations that he is responsible for both shootings. Now, these declarations, these statements against interest, leave no doubt in the defendant's mind who's responsible for the attempt on his life or the attempt on Moore's life. It is the state's theory, Your Honor, that the defendant and co-conspirator Moore conspired to finance the murder in retaliation for the attempts on their life. The state's case is further supported by the subsequent events that occurred afterwards. We heard from Detective Barnes concerning the Unruly Citizens concert. There, Detective Barnes and his partner felt they needed to step in because the violence had escalated to the point that it would be dangerous for the general public. Again, the event in of itself is not 404B evidence. But what we do get is the defendant's admissions after the event, right? And the court got to see his social media post right afterwards. That goes directly to motive. And it is further evidence of ill will between the parties because he says it in, if you recall, everything is not sweet on this end regarding his relationship to the decedent. Right after the concert, Your Honor, we have the VLAD interview where we get to see the defendant or hear him attempt to say that he doesn't know who the decedent is, right? And then we get a good insight into his beliefs concerning forgiveness and his need to get the lick back. These admissions are pure motive evidence. After that, we have the defendant's attack on Rainwater, the decedent's manager. Then Moore is shot again. This time he's shot in the leg. Again, the shooting of Moore is not 404B evidence. 2 weeks later, the decedent is ambushed by Moore's associates at V Live in Houston. And then 2 months after that, we have the murder. This timeline event goes directly to 3836 evidence about the prior relation. It's contextual evidence concerning an ongoing feud, Your Honor. And it goes to show the motive of the parties. And the jury should be entitled to know what transpired before. And the state has a great need to show its case on motive as well as to corroborate some of its witnesses' testimonies. Since the majority of this evidence is not 404B evidence, the state plans to introduce most of this evidence contemporaneously with state's witnesses as they testify to the charged offense. And when we look at ultimately the amount of evidence that's going to be produced concerning the feud, it will be negligible in comparison to the amount of evidence that we're going to put on concerning the murder. Your Honor, this evidence, the feud evidence, is not unfairly prejudicial. Regarding the rap music, no Texas court or federal circuit court has ever drawn a bright line concerning rap music. The CCA in Hart and almost every federal circuit court, but I cite to the Sixth Circuit in Stuckey, recognize that rap music is highly prejudicial. But despite that recognition, they still conduct a 4-3 analysis. In my recent filed response, I cited to 2 recent cases. There are only 2 cases from Texas since Hart. It is Brown and Williams, Texarkana and Fort Worth. Both of these courts adhered to a part, recognized that rap music is highly prejudicial, but still conducted their own 4-3 analysis. And in those cases, their lyrics were found to be more probative than prejudicial. While we don't prosecute individuals for rapping about music, Your Honor, in a murder prosecution, the lyrics can be probative where they speak to the murder, the feud, the party's motives. You heard from Detective Barnes, lyrics do not drive his investigation. It's his investigation that leads him to the lyrics. Even Dr. Nielsen conceded that sometimes events in lyrics can be true. Last week, we heard about rap music concerning how it depicts and glorifies criminal activity and violence. And it speaks to and depicts guns, drug trafficking, the gang lifestyle, degradation of women, foul and overly aggressive and sexually explicit language. But the songs that the state has selected do not contain all that. In fact, they are braggadocious about criminal activity, but the criminal activity mentioned is directly on point to the charged offense. They talk directly about placing bounties for reprisal. They talk about the murder, and they talk about the feud. In fact, all but one of the cases, Your Honor, reference directly to the decedent.
Hey, man. Hey, look, this is what I say. If they wouldn't be rapping about it, they wouldn't be hearing it in court. But guess what? They getting up the evidence already. And then everybody want to go to court and say that it was fake. The lyrics are props and stuff like that. Man, you shouldn't even be rapping about no murder out there. You shouldn't be talking about no murder. Somebody died, bro. You shouldn't even be bragging about it or shit, bro. You supposed to be trying to distance yourself the furthest away from the crime scene and from being want to be known. But these guys now, somebody died. Guess what they do? Get on the internet. Hey, go and check on your people. That's how we be knowing people dead now. The gang members tell us. We used to wait for the news. Now the gang members said, go and check on your people up north. We just slumped them. Like, damn. Like that. Then you go and check on the news. We have no suspects. Yeah, y'all got some suspects, motherfucker. Y'all just ain't doing y'all due diligence. They just told you, motherfucker, they did it. On everything, man. It's crazy. But this Yellow Bezzy, man. This Yellow Bezzy, and they saying him and Trap Boy Freddy, they rapped about placing bounties. So hey, you'll think that people will stop rapping about placing bounties and people dying because you're gonna be in court about it. But and then you got people saying free people after they study watching shit like this. That's why I don't say free people. I only say the people who need to be free. Like I think Larry Hoover should be free. I think Stephen Crump should be free. Hate it or love me, I think D Rose should be free. I don't know who he killed, but I know damn well he ain't killed Benzel. Everybody know who killed Benzel. Everybody except the motherfuckers who sent him to 40 years in prison. The streets know, the killers know, the ops know, everybody know. Everybody could get on the stand at once and say it together. D Rose ain't the killer. What's the name killed him? But guess what? Ain't nobody willing to do that because it's a street code. So guess what? D Rose gonna be doing 40 years due to the street code. I'd be damned if I sit in jail for 40 years and my homie was out here getting ass and everything. Like, nah, bro. Hey, look, we finna be like the wrestlers. You finna kick ass in the ring and run around and whoop, and then you finna tag me in. And then that's how I'm gonna do it. So basically what I'm trying to say, I'll do the 10 years for you. Hey, but bro, it's gonna have to be some time, bro, that you gonna have to tag me in and, tell the people that you did the murder and not me. So I can get out and live the rest of my life. And you come in here and do the motherfucking 30 balls or something. That's what I mean by tag team. Let's make this a wrestling match, goddammit.
Hit Us, the first case, the first song. This is the one that does not reference the decedent, but the court heard from Detective Barnes why it's important. During this feud was the first time the defendant ever talked about placing a bounty on someone.
Collectors, it's time to stop guessing. Arena Club is a whole new way to collect, sell, and trade cards with nothing hidden.
Then we have Keeping in the Streets, Grand jury testimony shows that this song is a direct response to the civil suit. The timing of that song, the context of the song is probative. It goes to the ongoing feud, it goes to motive, and it shows the escalating violence between the parties. On your head. This song is directly on point to the charged offense. Both Moore and the defendant talk about placing bounties for reprisal, and Moore takes it one step further. He says he's put 50 bags on the decedent.
Hey, Shiesty Mob. This ain't got nothing to do like Lil Durk. This ain't shit compared to Lil Durk case. No. I'm just gonna say one thing before I cut the video back on and we listen to Yellow Bezzy. Hey, look, Lil Durk got literally. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 people who's supposed to be in jail with a mug shot. Trial started in 30 days, under 30 days. Trial started like 29 days, right? They still ain't got no mug shot, none of that. The people who missing, what they tell you is different than Yellow Bezzy trial, brother. That's all I'm saying. Think about what I said, and then before you respond. It's 6 people that was on that crime, participated in the murder of Lil Pap, and they still ain't got a mug shot, nigga. Y'all talking about they ain't got no evidence. Okay.
Grand jury testimony will show you that this song is eerily on point to the charged offense. Now, defense is going to argue that Moore's lyrics in that song shouldn't come in because he's not a co-conspirator. Well, Moore's lyrics come in for 2 other reasons. 1, it's a statement against interest. And 2, it's an adoptive admission by the defendant. These are commercially produced songs and performed by the defendant. He has full editorial rights, and the fact that he kept it means he adopted it. Take 3, Mo 3, take 3. The title, the subject matter, the mockery of 219 in it, or the mimicry of 219. The timing is so probative in this case, Your Honor, because hours after the murder, the defendant text messages this song to a co-defendant, Jerry Johnson. And this song directly references the decedent, the murder, and placing bounties for reprisal. Equally as probative, Your Honor, is Gassed Up. We saw evidence that it was composed days after the murder. It appears not to be finished, according to Detective Barnes. But just the same, it was text message to Jerry Johnson. Again, another never-before-released song. It speaks directly to the feud, the murder, and contains threats of continued violence towards HMS associates. Next, we have the co-conspirator songs. Hypocrite, Laugh Now, Shirt. We heard from Dr. Nielsen. He says that these are celebratory songs of the murder of Mo 3. Here, Moore lists out several autobiographical events, and when he does it as justification for the murder, as well as he outlines certain details of the murder in all 3 cases. This is probative of retaliatory motive and goes to the conspiracy. In fact, Laugh Now is probably the most important of the 3 because this is the song that he previews to the defendant during that Instagram post call live, right? And we get an opportunity to see the defendant's facial expressions as he's listening to the song, as he's reading the follower comments, and it reeks of consciousness of guilt. Now, in that situation, the state wouldn't be admitting that song for the truth of the matter, sir. It would go to his state of mind, the consciousness of guilt and motive. Authorship. Defense raises the issue of authorship concerning these songs. Yet in their motions, they concede that these songs are artistic expression of the defendants. And that's because they're raising a First Amendment claim. You don't have First Amendment rights to words that are not yours or speech that isn't yours. More importantly, if we look at the cases where authorship is called into question, it is not commercially produced songs performed by the artists. Authorship is not an issue here, Your Honor. This case is about Dallas rappers airing out their beef with their music. Rap music is part of this case, Your Honor. It is not a side feature to distract or mislead or confuse the jury. And we aren't doing it just to impugn his character. Rather, the lyrics and the music themselves expose the motive between the parties, the relationship between the parties, and in certain cases explain the events that led to it. As you heard from Detective Barnes, these were not just words, people were dying. He further told us that everyone in this case has been shot. This evidence, Your Honor, is not unfairly prejudicial. Your Honor, the state is going to ask this court deny the defendant's motion in limine and allow the jury to hear the full story, to understand the motivations between the parties, and to understand what transpired that led to this murder. Thank you.
Thank you. Yesterday at 3:38, I filed a post-hearing brief and I emailed it to the court. Would you like a paper copy of it? Yes. May I approach? Yes.
That's when my spark got hot. I heard somebody say, burn, baby, burn.
We're going to get on to that next, Big 6200. We're trying to see what's going on with Yella Bezzy trial. What they finna do.
We just heard Mr. Bell say that
we're talking about Nolan though next. The kid who neck missing and his body part is missing. That's something they said.
It's at 404B. I assume he's 404B2. But it goes to motive. One of the exceptions to get in evidence not directly related to the crime that the court knows, as an exception to 404B2, is motive. So he said that these aren't extraneous acts or offenses, but every piece of evidence the state wants to present to the court that doesn't go directly to the murder of Mo 3 is listed in the state's amended notice of extraneous evidence dated July the 8th, 2026. So now suddenly the state is pivoting away from this being 404B2 or even 3836 as simply being evidence showing my client's motive. It's important for the court, Your Honor, to distinguish between words and deeds and between ideas and conducts. What the rap music in this case are words and deeds of Mr. Conway. This is what he does for a living. You know, some of it, especially what we heard from Devarius Moore, aka Trap Boy Freddy, is distasteful in some people's eyes, but still, they do have a First Amendment right to make the music and to publish it. Can't be punished for exercising a constitutional right. And the three-judge panel in the concurring opinion of Hart stated, Your Honor, singing about drugs, guns, and murder is nothing new. It's as prevalent in our culture as singing about God and love. But what these lyrics and music videos have in common is that they are artistic expressions. Using someone's art in the guilt innocence phase of a trial only as character evidence has the potential of being unfairly prejudicial. That's exactly what the state's trying to do in this case, Your Honor. Now, Hart, another distinction I want to put on Hart, it differs in our case only from our case only in the context of the introduction of the rap videos by the state. Hart was convicted of capital murder, the same offense for which Mr. Conway is charged. In Hart, the defendant testified, and upon the conclusion of his direct testimony, that's the point that the state moved to admit evidence of his rap music. The Court of Criminal Appeals still reversed Hart and granted him a new trial, even though the defendant in Hart took the stand and the rap music that was admitted was as rebuttal evidence. Mr. Conway is not taking the stand in this case. Now, I'm not sure how hard the state's pushing the notion that Mr. Moore, aka Trap Boy Freddy, isn't a co-conspirator. We heard last week Detective Barnes make an analogy with like the CEO of UPS who sent employees out to do things. Mr. Conway is not the CEO of anything. He doesn't control Trap Boy Freddy. He doesn't control any of the individuals involved in this case. What controls whether a person is a co-conspirator is Texas Penal Code 701. That's a co-conspiracy statute that goes directly to the charge of the state's trying to do by trying to introduce all this extraneous evidence is they're trying to peg my client with Pinkerton liability, as I explained in my brief, which is Section 702 party liability. We don't have any Pinkerton liability issues in this case, Your Honor. And I went into great detail about the difference between the two on pages 7 through 9 of my brief. The actual alleged co-conspirators in this case are Jerry Johnson, Keywan White, and Devin Brown. Why? Because they've been indicted. I attached copies of the indictments in the appendix. Under 801E2E, Texas Rules of Evidence 801E2E, their statements, if it's in furtherance of the conspiracy, could be admitted. But they haven't made any substantive statements in this case, which is why the state's not trying to introduce any of their statements. They're trying to introduce every statement, either public or private, that Trap Boy Freddy's made. But again, Trap Boy Freddy is not a co-conspirator. He's not a co-conspirator under Section 701. They're trying to allude that he's a co-conspirator under Pinkerton liability and Section 702, but there's no evidence of it. They introduced no evidence. Detective Barnes himself stated, he testified under oath, that at this time, there's no probable cause to arrest Trap Boy Freddy.
Where meals become memories, Kitchen Mama. Cooking is a joy with the right tool. Kitchen Mama Orbit 1 can opener. Simple touch, auto.
And we keep hearing about a conspiracy and the state's attempt to introduce songs and statements made after Mo 3's murder. The law is clear, Your Honor, as I point out on pages 11, 12, and 13. The alleged conspiracy in this case ended on November 11, 2020 at about noon when Mo 3 was murdered. Nothing said or done after that is evidence of the conspiracy unless it's for concealing the alleged crime. Now, does the state allege that anyone involved, whether as an actual or alleged co-conspirator, did anything to conceal? No, the state is alleging the opposite. That they didn't just conceal it, they did the opposite. They sang about it. They went public about it. Those statements cannot be admissible, Your Honor, as I point out, under 801E2E, because the conspiracy, if anyone existed, ended on November 11, 2020 at noon. And further, there's a lot of case law on this that I point out on page 13 of my brief. The statements made by the various individuals in this case through rap music or through Instagram posts or Facebook Live posts, they're not in the furtherance of the conspiracy, Your Honor. They're inadmissible hearsay, and what they are is, there are 4 types of statements that numerous Texas courts and published opinions have stated are not in furtherance of any conspiracy. I listed on page 13. The first one are casual admissions of culpability to someone the defendant had individually decided to trust, mere narrative descriptions, mere conversations between co-conspirators, and puffing or boast by alleged co-conspirators. Now, this case has a lot of puffing, has a lot of boasting, but that's all it has. Those statements specifically are not admissible as statements of co-conspirators. Next, Your Honor, we heard Detective Barnes make a comment that Mo 3's interview with Cam Capone on April 6, 2019, which was a little over 18 months before his death, was as close to a dying declaration as we can get. I asked the court to order the state to instruct Detective Barnes that he cannot say dying declaration. That was not a dying declaration, Your Honor. A dying declaration.
Hey, yeah, man, I think Yella Bezzy might beat this, man. A dying declaration ain't no motherfucker who up and alive, and he woofing at you on an interview, and he saying Yeah, they might kill me. That ain't no damn dying declaration, man. That ain't no dying declaration, man. Hey, Cam Capone, man, I see you in trouble. Cam Capone, I see you in trouble, buddy. Better call Drew so he could get up some more of that money. Drew sucking all the money up around me. Everybody going to jail still. Hey, ain't nobody tell me who case Drew beat yet either. I've been asking this shit for 2 years, man. Who case did Drew Fenlon beat? Because everybody talking about he the coldest. Who case did he beat? Because all the rappers that I seen, they got 20 years probation, and if they do something in the next 3 years, they going to jail on some real shit.
It's controlled by Rule 804B2. And one of the important aspects is that the declarant must have realized that he was at death's door. Now, we don't know exactly, obviously, what was going through Mo3's mind. Detective Barnes speculated and said that, well, he, had a general bad feeling that, he might get hurt in some way sometime in the future. But we don't know what else type of conflicts Mo3 was into. He was a rapper. He was a provocative rapper. The evidence shows that he largely manufactured the beef with Mr. Conway for commercial purposes. That's, we heard from Dr. Nielsen, that's what these individuals do. They make up beefs, they manufacture them to cause controversy. Why? Because, remember, controversy sells. An uncontroversial, friendly person usually isn't.
Hey, did Cardi B have a murder? Did Cardi B have a murder and a stalking and goddamn it gang charges and shit like that? Hey, Gucci never shot the person, bro. That's what I'm saying. Hey, look, everything y'all saying, if y'all do y'all homework, bro, you will see what I'm saying, right? Hey, Chef Boyer. Hey, Gucci never shot dude in the crib, man. He never killed Pookie Loke, bro. On my mama, somebody else was in the crib, bro. His homie killed Pookie Loke, bro. Gucci never shot him, bro. That's why he ain't get charged for that shit. He never shot him, bro. I'm telling you, he never shot him, bro. Just read the paperwork. You will see it. You will be like, damn, this whole time we thought Gucci killed Pookie Loke. He never was the shooter, bro.
An interesting person. In our society, especially with social media and music, it's the edgy person, the person who says, say crazy things sometimes. That's the person who's interesting. That's the person who draws attention to himself. That's the person that people will pay to listen to. That's what was going on in this case.
This is your moment to grab free necklaces. Tap here now, answer 2 quick questions, and we'll send them straight to you. No cost.
Hey, it's a video after Pookie Loke got killed that Gucci made. Gucci, him and his homie in a car. And he telling his homie, like, he telling that he on live, like, gotta get my homie back to New York. You hear me? On everything, bro. I swear to God, bro. He's like, I gotta get my homie back to New York. That's who he was talking about. Gucci never killed Pookie Loke, bro. He just rapped about it, bro. He just like all the other rappers doing, bro, I guess you could say. Everybody rapping about some shit, but it's really killers like Lil B them and other people. Like Vine, he was rare. Bum J them and Lil Lester, they rare on everything, man. Everybody who rapping out of Chicago, bro. Q50 ain't even from Chicago. He from Maryville, Indiana. 152nd, goddammit, in Harrison. 153rd in Harrison. That's where he from. I'm talking about in Indiana, bro. But he Bloodhound. That's the gang. You know that. So, he from Chicago. When you say the toughest rapper from Chicago, even if he was the toughest rapper, he ain't from Chicago. Hey, but he eat more than the Chicago people, though. off the being Lil Jeff cousin or friend. Whatever he is to Lil Jeff, he eating more than all the rappers that was rapping in 2010. He eating more than them.
Now, the
He
state
ain't colder than
cites
them, but
several
he
federal
eating
cases,
more than them.
Your Honor. I argue that the reliance on those federal cases are misplaced because, number one, those cases are not binding authority, and none of the facts of those cases support the state's contentions. The main three ones that I pointed out in my brief, Your Honor, are Perry, Campbell, and Alvarez. Perry, the relevant page is attached in the appendix, page 8, Your Honor. It's a 55-page opinion. I only attached the first page and the relevant page. And I just want to read from Perry. The general conclusion from courts is that this type of evidence, meaning explicit rap videos and lyrics, are probative and outweighs substantial prejudice when the defendant performs the songs, describes events closely related to the crime, and the evidence is not cumulative. Okay? Here, simply rapping about something regarding a beef is not rapping about some facts that are closely related to the crime. Now, if someone in this case, Mr. Comic, for instance, had actually rapped about facts that go to what we believe that the grand jury witness may come to court to testify to, those specific facts that led to that, then yeah, that would possibly be admissible. We don't have that in this case, Your Honor. Rappers make songs about putting hits on each other. They make songs about bounties. Again, it goes to the.
Hey, look. So we're going to learn something today, YNs, to all the YNs that watch me. Hey, look, stop rapping about bounties. Stop rapping about you killing people, because your ass going to go to court. Everybody ain't got no yellow bees and got a little money. Who got an income coming in where you can pay for a lawyer, bro. I'm telling you, a public defender, bro, is going to send you to the penitentiary, bro. Like, your chances is slim with a public defender, bro, when you fight some shit time about murders and stuff. Like, for real, man. Like, just stop, man. Everybody don't need to know that you killed him, bro, or you did that shit. Y'all give out Blues Clues and then y'all say somebody snitched on you. You've been talking about this shit for 3 years, dude. Like Lil Jeff, he killed the little boys now from the school. Lil Jeff got right on live and told on himself. Hey, look, that was scary. He got on live and said, hey, look, we see the news report about the kids, right? Monty and Rob. We see it come across the news. 2 kids have been killed. Then the next day, he went live and said, whoo, I went black. I got 2 of them. Welcome to killing school. If you want to get a killing school, you gotta have 2 bodies. You hear me? I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell is this? It was like the devil, man, like some devilish shit popped across my screen, bro. Like, I went black for 2 days. And then he got to go on more in detail as the lives was going. And then I knew he was telling the truth because he had white shit foaming from his mouth. When a person start foaming from their mouth and they ain't having no seizure, they telling the truth. When that foam come out, that's the truth. The truth trying to come out before they kill again or before they snap. That white shit on you, when a person got a lot of like that white, just back up. Just back up. That's human acid. It's very dangerous. Just back up. Like Ruger say, back the all you ass and white mouth ass. Rest in peace, Lil Jeff. Yeah, but Lil Jeff though, he told on himself, bro. He told basically that he killed the shorties and them. He was bold about it. King Von, he on a live one day, and I'm watching it, bro. And he like, how many bodies you think I got? And in the comments was like 3, 4. He was like, I got 5. I forgot about dude with the 1 eye. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this crazy? Is they serious? When I came home, bro, like I was used to them. I know they was smoking on the dead and shit like that. I was smoking on your homie and shit. But when I came home from jail after doing in jail from 16 to 20, and when I came home on the edge of 20, I started seeing like they went from that to now they drinking on the person. I'm sipping on his dead ass. You know, everybody drinking lean now. When I went before I went to jail, motherfuckers couldn't even afford the green lean, let alone you know, like the whole thing just changed. Like everything just changed. So yeah, it was just weird, bro. And then they was on the internet. And I think I heard Duck Song. Duck Song was the first song that I listened to. That was the diss song. Before I got to listening to my brother telling me, listen to Vaughn, bro. Listen to this, listen to that. So it was the edge of 2019. So I'm listening to Duck Song with Ruger. Yeah, he like J Money got hit in the head 4 times and none of that. I'm like, damn, bro, they bold to the motherfucker. You hear me? They bold. They bold. You hear me? Niggas talk that shit, but they don't even know who made the O. I'm like, damn. So you just confirming, like, fuck all the rumors. Fuck all the rumors. We did it. You hear me? Like, I wasn't used to that. Like, they went from dry snitching to snitching, bro. Like overnight. Like when I came home, bro. Like we did it. That's our bodies. Ask your homie. I slapped him, and him. You hear me? Like, damn, bro. Like y'all bold. They was some bold motherfuckers. You hear me? Like it got the cracking. It done went from like just teasing a motherfucker, like we killed your homie, putting up pictures of the dead people. You know, they always did that to Tuka, show him in his casket, you know, all that. But they done went beyond that shit now. Now they doing jumping jacks. I did it, nigga. Put me on your interview. They get on the interviews and showing the guns that they killed somebody with. They on the interview showing all the guns. Now, you know, all these guns ain't brand new. One of them got to be a murder weapon. You know what the police gonna do? They gonna zoom in and get that motherfucking number off the side of that thing. Since you said it's new. You know, a new gun, the YNs don't want it to be scraped up or none of that. They want it new. Hey, leave the serial number on there. I get caught with it. You hear me? They don't even know. You want that serial number off that. You want that motherfucker defiled. On some real shit. But it is the face. It's another charge for defacing a firearm. So you really will be better off with the numbers on there, you know. Check it out. I'm starving. These blue tips out of the Glock still warm. Yeah, then I heard Vibe doing it, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of you know. I didn't think Javon was coming home from that other murder with what's the name now. Like I was in the law library reading the paperwork, and they had like 9 witnesses against Vaughn without Mikey. Without Mikey saying something, or they with Mikey, because they told on Mikey too. Vaughn people, they said it was Mikey who killed him and wasn't Vaughn, you know. But the people in the house, they say they told Vaughn don't do nothing. It was like 5 people in the house. It was people on the porch. And they say Vaughn just, hey bro, what's funny? What you looking at? And then just popped them, and then just start chasing people and popping them. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a movie. Vaughn chased them all the way up 57 from the cell to, I'm like, it's in my mind because I know the blocks. So when they saying where he chasing them at, I'm like, he literally chasing them up a street that you could look from another street all the way down and see somebody getting chased. You hear me? Like that boy ain't give a fuck, man. Vaughn, he was rare, bro. Vaughn was rare, I could say, bro. Like he really lived that shit. He killed 2 people in front of me. You know, well, he killed Modell when I walked off, but I told them that basically, hey, look, he in the cut. He looking for y'all. Come with me. They said that Vaughn ain't no shit. Man, Vaughn a hoe, he ain't no none. We'll whoop him like we did on the bus. You hear me? Like for real, bro. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, they told me that shit, man. They told me that, bro. I remember it and now, like it's coming clear to me, you know, because I felt broke. I felt broken, bro, after Modell got killed, bro. Like, bro, I lost like 5 pounds after Modell got killed, bro. Just thinking, like, damn, why they ain't listening to me? I couldn't eat or nothing, bro. I'm just thinking to myself, like, why the fuck Modell them ain't turn around, bro? Like, a nigga wouldn't even joke like that. If I tell any one of y'all on here that some killers on a bush and some killers in a bush, you gonna keep walking that way? Or you gonna turn around? Or you gonna think I'm playing? Like, for real, that shit hurt me, bro. That they thought I was playing. If they thought I was playing, bro. I ain't never backdoored nobody, so I wasn't gonna let them walk into fire. Hey, look, bind them in the cut. Hey, turn around. They got guns on them. They said fuck them, as if they played with guns. I don't know if they was playing with guns at the time. I know Modell wasn't playing with no guns. He had a fake gun. He had a fake gun. He used to ride around a little revolver. That people think it's real. It's on the internet. It's a video with him showing it. Man, that motherfucker fake. Brick took it and that motherfucker came apart, man. Brick clicked the trigger on that motherfucker. Brick like, Modell, let me. He like, Modell like, you ain't got to worry, Brick. I got it on me. So a cop pulled up. Brick was like, hey, Modell, give me that gun, bro. Fuck that. Give me that gun. So Modell was like, and gave it to him. Man, Brick clicked the trigger on it, and that motherfucker came apart, man. It was like a replica gun, a 380 or some shit. And I told him, I'm like, Modell, stop playing like that, bro. Like, you can't be playing like you with the shit, or, you know, if you ain't really with it. That's what them kids ain't understanding, bro. Y'all jumping off the porch into a casket. Y'all ain't understanding. If you ain't with this shit, go head on. A lot of people be playing crazy like they be with shit, but they ain't really with it. It's just the people around them that did shit for them to feel like they did something. Like, I don't go off nobody else's name or what your block, what you did. Fuck what the block did, what the legends did, what the OGs did to lay they leg down, what you did. Because if you ain't did shit, then just be quiet. That's how I look at people. Like, for real. I know this OG, them OGs. I respect all the OGs. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that I raised. I respect them because I learned, you know what I'm talking about? I watch them slime out the guys or do something or give a motherfucker a gun. I just learned from them. So, and they encouraged us to go to school. You know what I'm talking about? Go to school, shout. You smart than a motherfucker. Go to school. You know, I respect that from the older gang members. And that's what I try to do. When I was around T. Roy and them and all them, bro, I try to give them the game that I was gave. You know, my big brother and the gang, some of the gang members that I seen when I was growing up as a kid, what they taught me, I was doing for them. Like Keith. Keith, the only motherfucker that didn't go to school, bro. Like, every time I seen Keith outside, he had to come up my house, bro. I had a laptop. I let him up my house, bro. And then to one day, motherfucker, like, I ain't finna lose my kids for Keith being up here. So I had to tell Keith, you know, you gotta find another slot, Scud, you know. Shit, I gotta lay my head here in Joe's apartment for right now. I can't, you know, I can't lose Joe's apartment right now. Shit. You know, so yeah. I try to help them the best way I can, bro. But congratulations to Keith. He made it. Um, Dirk made it, but it's just man, like I said, bro. Y'all, you gotta understand Dirk to know him. You gotta know him to understand him, bro. To understand like why he chased people like he did and why he did what he did. You know, it's like when you the flunky, and everybody Varney them sending you off, Lil Reese them sending you off to rob people, everybody sending you off. Now you got the bag. Now it's time to send their ass off. You hear me? Just look at it like that on everything. I ain't got to listen to none of these niggas talking about Vernie, none of that no more. I ain't got to listen to Reese. I ain't got to listen to none of them. I'm bigger than them. He got the bag. Dirk got the bag. Shit, he ain't got to listen to them. Either you with me or you on the outside. That's what it is now. You hear me? I got the money. I got money that make your friend set you up. You hear me? Like, for real. And that's what Dirk did. He took that shit and ran with it, bro. Like, these niggas treated me wrong when I was over there. You know what I'm talking about? Made me do all the shit. Took credit for everything that I did because Dirk and them did a lot of shit. But, you know, that's how other people's names got bigger in the trenches. The shit that he was doing, you know? They names got bigger because they sent them off, so they ain't feel like he needed the credit for it. Because we sent you off, nigga. Without us, you wouldn't have had to known about it. So everybody else name getting bigger except his. He's just known as, the flunky. Oh, that's Reese now flunky, But he got that paper and he went crazy. Almost healed. Soon will be healed. And then after everybody died, he was finally healed, man. It all makes sense. It all makes sense now, man. Cause I seen Dirk with a beard, man, like the Quaker Oats, man. I say, yeah, Dirk gotta be in a dark spot right now, man. Something wrong with him for real. That man, I ain't never seen Dirk grow out no beard like that, bro. And I've been knowing him, bro. He had a Quaker old man beard, bro. I say, yeah, something going on, man. Them deep fighting them demons. Them demons on his ass, small them bodies. Yeah. That's what happened though. Reese now, everybody was sending him off, man. They was sending him off. He was the little man on the tail pole, bro. And then when he got the money now, what you do? You know what I'm talking about? Sleeping with people, mamas and shit, like for real, and laughing about it. He did it all. Everybody who did me wrong, you hear me? On everything, bro. I think he said that in threats to everybody too. Make example out of niggas I did wrong because they keep playing with me. I'm talking about he did everything. Slept with moms, aunties, cousins. You hear me? He did it all, man. He got him back. What you call a get back. He got him back. Reese choked him out. He slept with his mama. You my stepson now. It makes sense to y'all? Yeah, Lil Dirt. Then you hear the audio? Then you hear the audio with Boona and them? That's what he was talking about, Reese. He was talking about Reese and his mama, Reese mama. That's what he was talking about. I got my pick. I got my pick. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like the bloggers wouldn't know this shit. You gotta know them and the situations to know it. You gotta know it. You know. But Lil Durk talked about it on the phone with Boona and from jail. Boona was in jail. And Dirk was laughing, saying, damn, you know all the tea. I ain't even know the gang members used the word T. I thought clock that T was for the rainbows and what was Shamar and them and Fendi, the girl Fendi. Motherfucker Dirk them on the phone talking about some, you better clock that T. I say, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this community now. Oh, that thing. Say, damn, bro, you got all the T. I ain't never told my homies that. I would have said sauce before I said tea. You hear me? Like coming from Chicago, bro, you got all the tea. Like, bro, what the fuck? Did you join Bonnet Gang? But yeah, he got his get back, man. He went through a spasm. He spazzed the fuck out. He spazzed out on us, man, on them people. Everybody who played with him, he got blocks to choose sides. He got Tay-Town, all them was just together, bro. Tay-Town, Lamron, all them was just together, bro. Y'all got to listen to what I'm saying. All them was just together. Tay-Town, them, they was together, bro. And then they started killing each other, bro. Lil Durk started hanging over there. He stopped hanging on Lamron. They killing each other. You hear me? If he was a real general, if he was a real voice, he wouldn't let that shit happen, bro. He wouldn't have let Lil Zay Watch get taken. Because they would have had enough damn respect not to even touch it. Zay with Dirt, man. Don't steal that watch, Scud, because Zay with Dirt. You hear me? Like, they ain't respect each other, bro. I mean, he said on the phone to Boona that Boona know all. He say, damn, you know all the tea. I ain't no gang members use that. And then to hear the voice saying all the tea, it threw me off. But yeah, he was on that bragging about that shit, man. And then you can't expect nobody to be loyal to you. Everybody know they was snaking each other. They was talking about Vonnie and Boona was talking about DJ bands getting beat up and sending hits over his girl. Like they was talking about each other, bro. They was all snaking each other. It's a lot of audios, bro. With Boona talking to different people about people who be with Lil Durk now. On everything, bro. They call DJ Band Sugarfoot. They say he a tenderoni. Say DJ Band's getting into it about his girl, about the girls, bro, who everybody slept with. Somebody slept with DJ Band's girls. That what happened. Somebody slept with his girl, and DJ Bands was crying. He cried to Boona or Vonnie, and they was laughing about the shit on the phone. Like they all snakes. They all snakes, and they at where they at because they all snakes. Ain't none of them dudes loyal, bro. Soon when I leave, you talk about me. You ain't my homie. My homie ain't gonna let nobody say shit about me behind my back. He gonna take up for me and then tell me, hey, don't hang with them niggas no more, bro. So when you left, they sneak dish you. That's the type of nigga I am. Like one day, a person told me, my homie girl like him. He ain't knowing that this my homie who he saying this about. And his girl pregnant at the time. I told my homie, like, hey, bro, he can't hang with us no more. You and your girl get into an argument in the car with him, and he say your girl like him. Your girl treated you in front of him because she like you, and she pregnant by you. She 8 months pregnant by you. He can't hang with us no more. I don't hang with people like that, bro. I told my homie, straight up. I pulled him to the side. Soon when I got back in there, hey, bro, we ain't hanging with him no more. You and your girl got into it in the car. I wasn't in the car. I was in the studio. So my homie knew I wouldn't lie to him anyway. But he knew I wasn't lying when I told him. I say, bro, you get into it with your girl in the car when you was just parking? He said, yeah. I say, because this nigga talking about your girl like him and she was showing off for him and all this shit, bro. You know, he can't hang with us, bro. Don't tell me my homie girl like you and we all here to do business, bro. Like you can't hang with us, bro. You a problem. You a problem just off top now. You know what I'm talking about? You a liability. You can't be around us. You hear me? Like I don't hang with people like that. I don't hang with people like that, bro. If you ain't loyal to your girl, you ain't loyal to us, nigga. On everything. You ain't gonna be loyal to us. You ain't loyal to your woman, you ain't gonna be loyal to us, man. And I hate to say it like that. You be like, how Trenches News? How could you ain't loyal to your woman? You ain't loyal to your homie. You ain't. You'll cross out your woman, the person that you hug and sleep with and cry with and fight with and all that shit. And you a cross out and lie to her and snake her. You a lie to us, nigga. On everything. You'll do the same shit to us that you do to your bitch, nigga. So I don't be trying to hear that street shit, bro. Cause an old school told me, an old school with one eye. His name Rainbow. He told me this when I was like 15 years old on 39th Street. He said, man, check this. He said, you smart, but I see you running around here with your friends, and that's cool. He say, just remember, ain't no rules to the streets. You hear me? But then when something happen, niggas be like, oh man, he broke the code. What happened to ain't no rules to the streets? Hey, look, you will shoot one of the guys, you will backdoor one of the guys, you will talk about one of the guys behind their back, you will set them up to go to jail, call the police on them, an anonymous call. They outside with guns, all black. You know, all them calls when we on the block and the police just pop up and say somebody called them. It wasn't an old lady, man. It was the nigga who y'all went to with on the block. It was one of the guys, bro. I swear to God, bro. I wish we could go and subpoena them tapes so we can hear the voice that's talking to them. I bet you will be able to identify half of the drill scene because they was doing that shit, bro. Motherfucker calling the police. Hey, they got on all black. They'll ride through or send a girl through. Next thing you know, the whole police force swarming the block for guns. You hear me? Y'all just rolled through. Y'all gave y'all self up, bro. Like for real, we ain't that damn dumb. Some people be dumb on the blocks. No, man, you just can't say he did it, man. Hey, look, bro. They just rolled through, sent her to ride through, and then all of a sudden the police come through and blitz. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, man. Hey, it always happened though. The ops don't be doing half the shit that we be thinking they doing, bro. It be from the inside. It don't be the ops. But it's starting to show now that it's your homie that'll kill you. It's showing now. You know, it was just hidden back then. the ops did it, and everybody going along with it and still shooting at the ops, knowing that the ops ain't even do that shit just to make it look good. And then you gone. We out here when it's wartime, and they robbed the guys on 63rd. It happens all the time. Ain't no love in this shit, man. Motherfuckers that put their feet on you, violate you, and put their feet on you, and everything. If I'm your brother, why you just can't discipline me by telling me just to stay away from y'all? Or why you can't just discipline me by making me do push-ups and calisthenics and shit? Why you gotta put your feet on me if I'm your brother? Why your brother ain't gonna black your eye or swell up your head to a pumpkin head? Your brother ain't gonna do that. A real brother make your ass work out till you can't use your arms and your legs, though. That's called bed rest. You done work yourself out where you gonna be in the bed for a week. That's a real brother. That's a real people who love you. Man, we ain't finna harm him because we gonna need him. He is one of our soldiers. But they fuck up they soldiers. You make one mistake, you lose a gun, you threw it, the police chase you, that's a violation. Motherfucker crying about their gun. You owe me. But I thought it come with the streets. The police behind us, we got to throw the gun. Now I come back and tell you, hey, look, we just went on a high speed. I had to throw the gun, Scud. Man, y'all want my gun, bro. I don't get my gun in 5 hours, I'm going to kill you. You hear me? Like, I'm supposed to be loyal to you? You say you going to kill me, kick through my door, and shoot at my family? And I'm supposed to be loyal to you? Like, yeah, okay. Hey, every nigga who's still alive, man, they're alive because they outsnake the snakes, man. They outsnake the snakes. Everybody how I know who in the streets, they still alive because they outsnake the snakes. They hit the jackpot before the snakes got a chance to hit it. You hear me? Everybody I know that's in the streets that's still alive, that was in it, that's doing it, that's shooters, killers. You know what I'm talking about with names and shit. They still alive because they outsnake the snakes, and that's what you got to do in order to survive the streets. You gotta be willing to eat the snake. You know what I'm talking about. Other than that, if you ain't willing to do that, outsnake the snake, you might as well go and get a job. Lowe's, Walmart, a trade. You can even start your own business, Amazon business. You can make you a business account on Amazon. I tell y'all that every time. Go to Dollar General, spend $500 on that shit, make your business account, and make you some thousands. You hear me? 13, 14,000 every 28 days off just Amazon, man. I be trying to get y'all the game, man. But y'all don't be listening to me, man. Hey, look, trading is better, but why not buy some detergent from the dollar store for $1, $2, and then turn around and sell that shit for $8? Why not? Trading is better, but trading could fall. That business account ain't gonna fall. Cause look, if somebody want it, it's supply and demand. I didn't went online, bro, doing coke. Y'all remember the situation that happened, right? That happened where they was buying out all the chicken and all the tissue and shit like that. People had to go online. Man, I done paid $22, bro, for a couple rolls that I would have paid less money for that if I would have went to the dollar store, but they ain't had none. It's supply and demand with Amazon accounts, bro. It's supply and demand. People, hey, look, I see people with mild sauce on that thing for $75, and they done sold 30 of them. You hear me? Like, it's telling you how many they sold. You know why? Because if they can't get no mild sauce in Hawaii, if they can't get no mild sauce in Seattle and they from Chicago, guess what? They can hit my Amazon account and they can pay $75 for it. They ain't got to come to Chicago and die. It's supply and demand. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I be trying to help the community, bro. I ain't here to tear y'all down. I ain't here to outsmart y'all with none of that shit. I'm just here to try to tell y'all I did it on everything. I did it. I either seen it or done it. And I try to tell y'all, bro. But I ain't got to tell you in the form of I done it. I'm just trying to tell you what to do so you can do it and see that shit happen on everything. Tissue is a demand, supply of gloves, all the what you call them gloves, latex gloves, all that shit is in demand, bro. All that. The hospital ran out of gloves too, and they suppliers. And guess what? You got 3 boxes of them motherfuckers. Guess what you could charge? Whatever you want to. If that hospital want them, guess what? Hey, I seen some on here. The hospital got people who buy the shit, buy food and order all that, different departments. You got people. So if they can't find none, a person who over that might go on Amazon and they might just run into your shit. And you might have some gloves. Hey, I got these gloves. You only paid $100 for them, the whole box, but you selling them for $800 a box. $800 for the whole case. If you want to buy a separate box, $52, $49.99. You hear me? And they buying them. They got the money to buy them because the doctors need them. You hear me? The doctors take them off every day. People come in and out that motherfucker. They take them off every 30 seconds, damn near them gloves. I done seen the doctor change gloves when I was in there, shit, 6, 7 times, bro. For real. So, it's a demand, bro. I just want everybody to get money, bro. I think if we all get paper, and people won't be on stupid shit, bro. If everybody got an avenue to get some money, bro. And Amazon, one thing about Amazon, it could be 1 million people on there. We can all sell out. That's why I'm telling y'all this, because we can all sell out. We can all have a store and sell out at one time. You hear me? That's the good thing about Amazon, bro. Your business account. We can all sell out. Nobody need to hate. Just wait your turn. Wait till ain't no more tissue. Wait till ain't no more detergent. That's what I stock up on. All detergents, Gaines, Dawn, dishwashing liquid, all that. That is the demand, bro. And you might not think it because you in your state, but it's people all around the world, man, that go on Amazon and they buying this shit, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man, motherfuckers buying this detergent Gain in Canada from me, man. You hear me? For real. And you put it at your price. That's the good thing about it. You could have paid $3 for it. But if you put $30 on it, if a duck could pull a truck, hook it up. If he wasn't to pay $33 for it and he paying to send it over there and everything, hey, that's on him. That's on him, bro. You just make sure it gets to him. That's all. You just make sure it get there. Yeah. I be telling everybody though the Amazon lit. I don't be seeing nobody come through and say, man, I did it. Like I told people about the promotion. I say, everybody send me y'all shit, businesses and everything, whatever you got, clothes, send me that shit. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna promote it for y'all. Ain't nobody send it to me. Hey, I got you, Trap. Trap God, I got you, brother. Hey, Trap be doing fixing houses and shit, bro. So if you need somebody to build your deck, build stairs, build all that, I'm finna have Trap build me a storm shelter on my property. I'm gonna hire him put in me a concrete storm shelter. I want that motherfucker to go in the ground some though. I don't want it over the ground just in case we is in a tornado. They say a tornado it goes over the ground, but just in case, I'm gonna have him build me one. Trap God. Have him build me one of them motherfuckers. I need a kitchen in there. I need all that in there. I need a storm room, a YouTube room, and the kids need beds and shit down there. And then if that work out, I want to put some, yeah. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with legit, man. Hey, look, the faster you get money, the faster it's gone, bro. I done hit a lick for 75,000 in cash. I done hit a lick for 50 in cash. And it was gone, bro, in months. And look, only thing about me, I'm glad that I didn't hang with people like that after my licks. You hear me? Because once it's gone, guess who? Guess who got to kick theyself in that? Me. You hear me? Hey, look, I struggle by myself because when I'm up, I'm going to go up by myself. You hear me? But when it hurts you, when you done spent all your money with your homies now, and now everybody got to go in the house when you tell them ain't no more money. Oh, man, you got some money? You going to buy me some weed? Man, I'm broke, Scud. Oh, man, I'm finna go to this party, man. They did say it was a party today. I'm going to call you back, man. That's all you going to be hearing. The people you call for rides, you was getting them hundreds to get in their cars, take you here and there, and you overpaying them, they going to be like, man, you ain't got no gas money, Scud. The car can't move. You hear me? It's all beneficial, man. So that's why I stay hitting licks by my damn self. Can't nobody say, oh, we split it together. No. I probably came back and gave my homies them some money. But I never wanted to hit lit with people. Even if I hit a lick with you, 9 out of 10 times, I finna run off with all this shit. on everything. Ask the people who did hit licks with me. They'll be like, that nigga swipe to hit it. We hit a lick and he hit us for the lick on everything, bro. It ain't enough to split. If we got some killers finna be on our ass, man, and then 9 out of 10 times, they know where you live at, you gonna fold because your mama gonna say, tell him who did it, boy. And everybody gonna say swipe because he the oldest. I ain't got no designated crib. And if you run past my brothers and say, oh, your brother robbed me, my brother's gonna be like, so the fuck you did? You should, his name Swiper, nigga, but you still trusting him? Like, for real. Like, that's how what my brother's gonna say. Even my daddy gonna up on you. He already did it 50 times to people. Then it came to my daddy, why is he doing landscaping? Hey, your son robbed me, bro. We need that money. What the? You ain't gonna need nothing. Up his little packer on him. Oh, you hear me? They get the back paddler like, no, Cliff. It ain't even like that. We just saying, nigga, you ain't saying nothing. You go and find my son and holler at him. You hear me? My daddy done upped on niggas, bro. Like, for real. Like, my daddy could tell the story, bro. He doing his work. They catching them places. They saying them. Oh, that's his daddy. That's his daddy name on the truck. You hear me? And pull over and think it's chicken ass. Daddy up and pack on the back your ass up on everything, bruh. My daddy told the story to Nene. I say, Daddy, what you do, man, after they came to confront you? He said, I up that motherfucking sword and swung it around and they got low. You hear me? On everything, bruh. I'm getting this shit all on my documentary. I'm going to see my daddy in a minute, man, so I can start recording him. You know, before he get up out of here on me, man. Motherfuckers getting old and time is short. So I'm gonna go and get my daddy talking to me and shit. You know, put him on now. But hell yeah, they came to my daddy 50 times, people. That's how you know I was a slime ball. How the fuck they know your daddy, Swipe? That let you know I knew the motherfuckers who I was robbing. I just didn't give a fuck. You had some money, and my baby mama was like, you know, your son's birthday in 3 days. He like Michael Jordan's. You know, Facebook was in effect back then. The females getting on Facebook and what's the other shit? MySpace. He a bomb. He ain't did nothing. He just hanging with gang members. He might be a, you hear me? Hey, I wasn't going through that shit. I just take I just take something from somebody, one of the BDs, and we'll just be chasing each other on the block, shooting at each other, or you'll be riding around telling everybody I robbed you, shit. But I needed it though. I tell a lot of people that who forgave me. Like, Skull, what made you rob me in Ellis Park like that? I needed it, bro. I needed it. I ain't want to be called no bomb, bro. We had the social media hit, and I wasn't used to that shit. I wasn't used to the baby mamas on there putting shit on blast. They put all my homies, baby mamas, put them on blast on everything, bro. They put them on blast. He with this roach looking bitch. He put the girl up there. She looking like a roach, got doodle in the drawers and everything. You hear me? Like baby mama that went through your phone, got the roach pictures of your dip. Shit, she got everything unload. I'm like, Scud, you know your baby mama put you on Facebook naked, bro. Hey, everybody on the comment, like, what they saying on the comments? They saying Pito Chico, man. He like, what that mean? I say, itty bitty, titty bitty, itty bitty, short man. On everybody got to laughing on everything. Cause I seen a Mexican under there like Pito Chico. And you know, I've been to school with Mexicans, so I know what, you know, that shit mean. Chico is little. You hear me? Shit, that's probably the only words that I remember in Spanish. No habla inglés and Chico and a couple of more words. You know, you calling me a nigga, I know that too. I just remember the words that I needed to know and use just in case I'm around some Mexicans. What you say about my mama, you know, shit like that. I ain't care about all the other shit they was talking about, you know. But yeah, his baby mama put him on MySpace naked, asshole naked. He ain't had a girl since. Oh, you little. Girls coming to the party, he trying to juke on them. I don't want you to touch me. You shriveled up. You got a turtle tank. You got a turtleneck on your head. You hear me? I'm like, damn, bruh. So I ain't never want no problems, man. So baby mama, in order to not be a bomb, I gotta take you down, brother. I love you, but I gotta take you down, brother. Which I really don't love you if I took you down. You hear me? It was just you was easier than me got to go downtown to rob an innocent person or walk off the block. If you got it right here, why would I go far? If I know a nigga right here counting cash and I be like, hey bro, hey Scud, let me hold 100, man. My baby mama, needed my son's birthday. I just need 100 for a minute. Man, Scud, I gotta re-up first. And then you take that shit and now you the bad guy. Once you rob him. I would have gave him that. Now he riding around the block. I would have gave him that little 100. Now you would have gave it to me, nigga, because I took all your shit. Now you would have gave it to me, huh? You should have just gave it to me. If you my brother and I say, if one of my brothers called me and like, man, my son's birthday's good and I ain't got it, I'm fucked up. Trench News gonna try to make it happen for you the best I can. My wife, the father, she'll let me. You hear me? Or Nene be with it and I don't be with it. Nene might be like, do it for a son, man. You heard me? And I'd be like, fuck that. Nene stabbed me on my back. I ain't doing nothing. But Nene be like, nah, do it. God blessed you already. You hear me? Nene be sometime. But sometimes Nene be like, hell no, that nigga crossed us. You explained it to him in details in English. And he still snaked you. So I can't fuck with him. It's just my third eye. I got two eyes. But that's my third one. You hear me? She sees shit that I don't see and she gonna point it out. Yeah, I used to give me that, man. That's why a lot of people hate me, bro. Because I done took shit from them, they brothers and cousins and they BDs. From where I'm from and every other block. On everything. I was just swiping for real. On there, ask anybody, bro. Like anybody know me, bro. I walked on 39th one day, no bullshit. It was 100 gang out there. Little dude, rest in peace, all them out there. It's 30 people shooting dice. I laid down a dice game. I told 3 people that they could go. Only reason why I let them go is because they rolled down Lake Park one day and threw 3 guns out the window. And when they came back for them, I told them we don't give back guns. We could get into it tomorrow and you can shoot me with this motherfucker. And now I gave it back to you. So this our guns. But since I did that and took they 3 guns, I warned them before I laid down the other 27 motherfuckers. I say, hey, Sean John, hey, look, Sean John said, look, dude, I finna rob the whole dice game. Y'all go ahead and walk off. And they ain't tell nobody. They just walked off. And I laid everybody down. I had on the Jamaican wig, and I laid down the whole 39th and King Drive in broad daylight. Ask anybody. I don't play that shit, bro. I refuse to be called the bomb, bro. Like, I refuse. I think that, like, that's the lowest that you can hurt a man with, bro, and you know he ain't got shit. When we laid down, we both ain't had no money, but I'm a bomb because I'm the man. You hear me? I hate that shit, bro. Like, for real. And then they don't understand when I was going to jail, I ain't see my kids. You hear me? But this the motherfucker, I was out there sliding and gliding and going to trying to, I was risking it for a biscuit. The gang members could call the police on me for robbing them. You hear me? And then what? But you ain't bring the kids to see me. Y'all can have whatever you want. But I just don't want to fake kick it with people. You hear me? I don't fake kick it with people. Y'all can have whatever y'all want. Y'all steal my kids, everything. Fake. I don't fake kick it with people. I don't be wanting to talk to people. Because you'll be asking the kids like, Dad, where you been for the last 4 years? Oh, this bitch ain't explaining to you who I was. I was in this. Look at YouTube. The kids old enough. My kids old enough. They teenagers. So my kids can look at this shit and see. Type in Illinois Department of Corrections jail. And then they see the uniforms and they see it's always a thing on YouTube. And when the kids see that shit, then the kids will understand better that you weren't no bad person, that you just made a bad decision and a mama a slime ball. You hear me? That's all you got to do. That's what I do to the kids. I just show them. I can't explain to you. I can't bring back the time that I missed from y'all or none of that. I can't. But what we could do right now, we could try to get y'all some businesses or whatever y'all trying to do right now while Trench News is up. I can get y'all up. I can't take back. We ain't finna go and reminisce about where I was 4 years and 2 years and 3. I was in jail, and I show them on the internet what jail look like, the county buildings and all that shit. And they say, you did years like that? Why my mama didn't come in to see you? Why she ain't bring us to see you? You gotta ask her that now. That's your choice to ask her. My baby girl or son or that's her choice to ask you. She gotta tell you that. I can't answer that. Because they be seeing the visiting room with the kids up in there. They got a documentary where they showing the visiting room and the kids coming. and they hugging their parents and shit. You know, just some slime balls. But if you was out here on your feet, they'll be there. If you ain't getting no money, you a bomb. But now I'm off my feet, you know, due to my crimes. You ain't send me shit. You hear me? How that work out? How we supposed to be friends after that? Is you gonna come out and risk it again? And the person ain't do the time with you? Like, hell no, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Hey, kids, what y'all need? Need school clothes, all that shit. All right. I'm finna send that shit to y'all. We good? All right, y'all good? Just hit me up. You know, they need some food, call me. Dad, I want some chicken from I want a shrimp bowl, or I want a whatever. You know, I send it to them, you know, but I ain't gotta have no conversation with their mama at all. I ain't gotta have no type of conversation with you. You know, when I won Trenches News, I didn't talk to you. Now I'm Trenches News, I ain't gotta talk to you. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gotta have no conversation with you. My kids know how to spell, read, write, all that shit. They know how to conversate. They got their own cash app cards and all that shit. They don't need nothing. And they don't want me to send nothing to them. You know, the mama's beating people out now. The mama's beating people out. You send the money to the mamas, the kids will never get it. I'm telling you, I done seen it. My homies never did it. My mama used to do it. My father give up money. She used to do it. You know, all my friends, they give their kids honey. We'll see her baby mama on with mics on and everything. Or if they buy some mics for the kids, they'll have the kids mics on. They'll have the motherfucking kids mics on. Don't let the mama wear the same size as the daughter. Like for real. She got on all the daughter shit. All their clothes. Hey, you probably do know a 6-year-old, but most of the kids that I know, even the ones that's out in the streets, they smart, bro. They ain't dumb, bro. They just lost. These kids smart, bro. They advanced. They way advanced than us, bro. These kids know how to break through shit, all type of, man. These kids ain't dumb, bro. They just, they just rather risk it and never have a chance, They see the people be formed, or they see these videos where people counting cash and they ain't telling them how they really had to work for that shit. And they making it look like they just did this one little assignment and got all this money. So Shorty and them jumping off the porch behind this shit and thinking it's that easy, and it ain't easy. If it was that easy, everybody would have it, man. If money grow on trees, everybody would have it. Yeah, they stealing cars without the keys. They got the fop pads. Like, they advanced, man. These kids ain't stupid. That'd be an understatement to say they stupid, bro. They could Google everything. They just lazy. They just lazy, man. I remember when I was in school, we ain't had no motherfucking Google. The furthest thing we had, well, we did have the answers in the back of the book. We did. But the teacher would know if you got every answer out the back of the book. Like, the teacher might come up to you like, you ain't never got an A in my class off this assignment. I'm gonna be watching you next time. That's a real teacher. You hear me? I'm gonna watch your ass next time. I'm gonna give you a book without the answers in that motherfucker. They know the kids that ain't that. Yeah, he got all the answers right. He went in the back of the book. These kids got phones in their hands. They could Google the answer. They still failing in school. They still failing in school, bro. Like for real. I see all the kids in every high school, from the blacks to the white high schools, with phones in school, recording the teachers dancing, doing sexy red challenges and shit. And they failing in school, bro. The kids failing. Like how? Y'all got Google. What is this? You can Google anything, bro, and it's gonna pop up. It's gonna tell you. Even if it's two answers, or it could be two different words, like vanish. To vanish is to disappear. You know what I'm talking about? Disappear is vanish. Same word. If we had smartphones, we would be graduating with flying colors. Yeah, they supposed to be graduating with flying colors. That's what I'm saying. They ain't even they can't even pass the school. They can't even pass the damn test with the phone in their hand. They just lazy. They want shit. The kids want, they want it like this. You hear me? Instant gratification, man. The kids, they want it. Like, and if you ain't got it for them, you a bad person. Like, they feel like you let them down or something, bro. Even if you ain't got it. That's why I'm spoil my kids. Like, I get to them whatever they want, but I ain't just finna begin, 400-500 because I got it. Cause I got it and I'm gonna give it to you. Like, no, you're gonna have to work for it. Cut some grass, do something. Like, you ain't just finna get it, bro, because you my kids. Because life don't work like that. Because I could give you everything and spoil you. But then what comes to the time when you got to get your own shit? When you got to get your own apartment? When you got to pay your own bills? What comes to it? You can't call me to pay no $900 rent and pay all your bills for this month. Like, I ain't gonna be doing that shit, bro, because ain't nobody do it for me, bro. And I'm glad there ain't nobody do it for me, you know. Because when they was paying my bills, the group home, when they was paying my bills from 18 to when I was 22, hey, look, I was lost after that. Because I never had to pay no rent. So when it was time to pay rent, I lost my crib. Out of all the years that I stayed there, that I stayed in the independent living program. All the years, going to college too, you know. And then it's time to pay your own bills. You can't pay no bills now. So that's why I'm a big fan of not spoiling your kids. It's cool to get them shit and everything, but have them work for the shit. And you gotta have them work for it, bro. So they'll know what it is to work. So they'll know that you worked hard for it. I can't stay on live all night for 16 hours with y'all for 28 days straight and then give all my motherfucking money up like as if I ain't staying on live and I got black bags under my eyes and shit. Like, hell no. I gotta see enough of this. You know what I'm talking about? Nene gotta see enough of it. You know? And y'all gonna see it. You say make 7, 8 a month cutting grass. And yeah, that's just for the starters. That's just for the starters, man. That's just for the starters, bro. I'm telling you. My daddy went from the projects to $1 million house, man. Cutting grass, selling food, selling snowballs and ices and ice cream and all that shit, selling tampons and bleach and detergent. My daddy sold this shit out of his house. He had a store in his house on everything. My daddy had every motherfucking thing, bro. You come to the window and be like, hey, I need a bottle of Gain detergent. My girl needs some pads. And I need a triple steak burger. My daddy had it. Supply and demand, bro. He ain't passed 6th grade. He left from 6th grade because he had to work back then. They had coal to heat the house back then. So everybody had to damn near work back then. All him and his 9 siblings had to work. It wasn't no keep going to school and mama gonna take care of us, you know. But yeah, he went from the projects to $1 million house, man. So anybody could do it. Cutting grass was the biggest one though. But see, he got contracts for O'Hare Airport. He got contracts for what's the school? Morgan Park High School. He got Morgan Park High School. My daddy had a contract for them. He had O'Hare Airport contract. People with currency exchanges and shit like that. Like he going downtown to bid. Like they going to bid for the contracts and shit. Like my daddy, he went from pushing lawnmowers to they standing on lawnmowers. His business, his people. They standing on lawnmowers and cutting the grass. He got the big factory lawnmowers and shit that they could ride around. Cause Morgan Park High School, bro, when my daddy first got the contract, I was out there pushing a lawnmower. Ask anybody how big Morgan Park High School is. When I quit, my daddy business flew up. I couldn't do it, man. Like I had ops in the street, so I couldn't do that shit. I see people riding past, honking the horn and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And I couldn't do it, so I had quit. My daddy understood though. And yeah. They got riding lawnmowers now. You can sit on them, you can stand up on them, and you cutting the grass, man. And his workers get paid good. I'm talking about his workers get paid good, bro. His workers getting paid like 3,000-4,000 every 2 weeks. Like for real. He do pressure washing too. He do all that shit. He do the pressure washing. He do the laying mulch, putting rocks down. My daddy do all that shit. Well, he don't do it no more. He older now. But his workers do it. Rehab apartments. They get the contracts, bro. He came from nothing, bro. Say, what you gonna do when the winter come? My daddy snowblow. My daddy got the snowblow contracts. The same contracts that my daddy got for landscaping, he got them for in the wintertime. So all the people who he cut grass and all them contracts, he snowblow too. He clear out lots. Yeah, you get paid all year round. Yeah, that's what my daddy do, bro. And he be hiring people. He hire all the gang members. All the gang members work for my daddy. I went over my daddy house to his party, man. All the gang members in Chicago from everywhere. About nine to 10 of them came to his party, bro. Like, damn, bro, we ain't know you was Trenches News, bro. Yeah, your daddy cool as hell, bro. Your mom and them cool as hell. You hear me? Like, for real. They be putting people on, bro. They be getting people paid, bro. They be making good money, though. His workers. Some of his workers get shit, 5,000, 6,000 a week, every 2 weeks. Some of his workers get paid 3,500 every 2 weeks of cutting grass. And in the wintertime, the snow shit, the snow removal, they get paid, bro. Like they get paid way more than that cutting grass shit. Like for real. And yeah, you could get that, bro. You could get that. You can get that, man. When I seen my pops did it, I say I could do it. You know, anybody could do it. My daddy did it, bro. Like for real. My mama used to make fun of him, talking about he can't read and shit. Like he can't do this, he can't do that. He only passed 6th grade. He's staying $1 million house, man. He got shit, 3-4 million in landscaping equipment. You know, it coming from the 6th grade, man. So what I'm trying to tell you, don't let nobody tell you you slow or none of that. On some real shit. My father showed that. He showed that shit, bro. Like he proved, he living proof, bro. My daddy. Anybody will tell you, bro. Like anybody who know my daddy, bro. Like he a hustler. He in it for the money. He loan sharking all that shit. He'll loan you $300 and won't 500 back on when you get your check. He'll do that shit to you. You hear me? And loan out to the whole neighborhood, goddamn it. On everything. Anybody will tell you that. Like for real. My daddy a hustler, bro. He selling ice cream, steak burgers, chips, and chips with cheese, nachos, taco, all that shit. He had the Baskin Robin buckets of ice cream. You hear me? In the summertime, the Baskin Robin buckets, bro. People coming to buy $5 scoops. 2 scoops, $5. 4 scoops, $10. He a hustler, bro. He a motherfucking hustler, bro. He seen the projects, the gang members was warned they couldn't go nowhere. So he made a store. They got tampons and the grits and everything in that motherfucker. He went to a store and wrote down everything that's in it, and then he brought it. He brought everything that was in that store. On everything. Everything that the store sell, he damn near brought. Except selling chicken wings, like whole bags of frozen chicken wings. He ain't had that shit. But he cooked chicken wings, fried chicken wings. You can get a 6-piece at the window. You can get a 6-piece. You can get a double cheeseburger with bacon on it. You can get all that shit. He had it all. I had told my mama, I said, you must want to get back with my daddy, man. You be hating, bro. You be hating on Pops. I used to tell my mama that all the time. You be hating on Pops. Pops a million. Pops a million. You hear me? My mama would be like, he only a million now because he just happened to run across somebody who knew somebody. I'm like, it's always a goddamn excuse, man, with mama. I ain't tell my mama that, of course. You know, I love my mama. I don't even be cursing in front of my mama. I don't do none of that shit. I respect my aunties and none of that. Even though when we got grown, I don't cuss in front of my aunties. My big cousins, them, who I grew up under, and I don't cuss in front of them. Like, this ain't no fucking cussing party, bro. I be hoping the kids find different words than cursing words. I pray that all these kids find a different vocabulary, bro. Because it's more than words. Cursing all day is like anger, bro. It's like one step away from anger. You running around the house, bitch, like all day. Like it's just bad energy, bro. And when I hear people cursing all day, it give me bad energy. It's like, let me get the fuck away from you. You know, unless you pregnant, you get a pass. You know, if you ain't pregnant, you don't get no pass from me. Like everybody, you could walk, do. Unless you pregnant with a kid in your stomach, that's the only people I want to be annoyed around me on everything, bro. But it seems like the niggas be acting like the bitches and be annoyed more than the pregnant people. You know, that's what I get pick up. And I'm talking about in the cribs that I visit with my homies now. I be wanting them to be better, man. It's 2026 and y'all still arguing about, goddamn it, who finna go and steal the steaks and shit out the stove. Like, why wait till I come over to say we gotta steal some steaks out the stove? Hey, y'all think they be trying to go on me, y'all? Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Hey, look, for real though, if every time you come over a person's house and they time, damn, hey, you and him could go and steal it. They put on their coat and they shit when I'm in the house. You hear me? They ain't even let me get a chance to take off my coat and be like, what we eating? What we ordering? Oh, swipe me up, man. We finna go and steal these steaks. You think they be trying me? Let me know if they be trying me. I ain't going over their house if too many people tell me they trying me. Because I said that to myself when I left their house. I'm like, this the third time, bro. They said they was finna have to go and steal the food because I came over. They trying me, y'all? All right, okay. I ain't coming over there. So they trying me then, Alan, right? All right, okay. They trying to finesse then. That's called a finesse move, right? See, I be trying to be good hearted, bro. But I still, my name's Swiper, so they call me Swiper, bro. And the name ain't just come. But I just feel like, you know, yeah, they trying me. Yeah. I thought about that too. I said I was gonna ask y'all. I said I'm gonna ask my people, man, is they trying me, bro? Cause like this the third time I came over, bro. And niggas got on a full jacket. It's summertime. It's a goddamn heat wave outside. They got on all black, like and boots and shit, like they in the military. Like they finna go 1, 2, 3, hut. You hear me? Wrap the head wrap like a turban. Like they finna run they being direct. They being indirect. All right, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. They really trying to hint to me that they need food, but okay. So that means we should never order Nikki's and Italian Fiesta. We should have went to the grocery store and brought some food, right? So they still moving backwards. That's why they keep on asking me, right? Oh, I get it. That's why they keep on asking me. Because every time when I do buy the food, we buy restaurant food instead of getting them food for the fridge, right? All right, okay, I got a trick next time. I got a trick. I'm gonna go and get a Walmart card, $50. I'm gonna go and get an Aldi's card, $50. I'm gonna go and get a Save a Lot card for $100. That's $200. So when they got on their clothes and shit, I'm gonna go right in my back pocket and pull out those 3 cards and say, "Oh man, I forgot. I brought this for y'all. I brought these cards for y'all, man. You can use them at Save a Lot, Aldi's, or Walmart." Now, what if they tell me, "Oh man, we can't even go on Walmart. You could have gave us cash." I know some niggas who would say that. "Oh man, why you spend a 50 on that? We could have used that 50." Or they go to Walmart and wait outside and ask somebody if they spending cash, they got a $50 card. I seen that too. One of my little homies robbed this whole crib. He robbed his house and then came on the block and selling it to the people that was in the building. And when his mama pulled up, the people who he sold the card to, the Bath and Body Works card, they pull up like, "Next time you get another Bath and Body Works card, holla at me." And his mama and his sister was like, "Motherfucker, we knew you did it," and they attacked him. We couldn't even help him because it was his mama and his sister. Now you know Trench's News rule. 2 women, that's a man. But 1 woman and your mama, we can't get to intervene with that shit. We can't intervene with none of that. That's your mama and your sister jumping on you, scud. He's like, Swipe, why you ain't pulling my sister off me? I say, bro, the fuck I'm gonna pull your sister off you? You stole her shit. That was her Bath and Body Work card that your mama gave her. So both of them attacking you sound reasonable, dude. On everything. Hey, my homie got caught. My homie Cliff, rest in peace. He was embarrassed like a motherfucker. The girl get out the car with the body bags and body work spray. They ain't see the bag. They weren't paying attention to it. It was when she almost got to the door of the building when she said, hey, yeah, if you get another car, let me know. That Bath and Body Works hidden. And his mom and them pulled over there to ask him, did he see the car? And he telling them no. He said they big coats, they got low blood, yeah. Hey, I love Nickies, man. I grew up out. Hey, I love Nickies, and I like Fangs. On Fangs. Fangs used to have the city. Fangs come from 39th and King Drive when I was a kid. Fangs had the bomb, bruh. In the basement on 39th. They had the bomb, but they on 47 in Lake Park now. On THF shit, Zoo now. Me and Nene went there. We went to the Waffle House, the Pancake House. Yeah, we went to the Pancake House and Italian Fiesta right there. And then we left out the parking lot and made it home. 3 people got shot. I say God's good, man. God's good. Oh, Chinese food keep you full. You just got to get the shrimp fried rice, egg foo young, fortune cookies, never done. Yeah, you got to get the whole meal, bruh. You just can't eat no shrimp fried rice or no beef fried rice and think you finna be full. You got to get the egg roll and the egg foo young and eat it with the rice and all that shit. You gonna be full. You ain't gonna be able to eat it. I don't know nobody who could slam a large or a medium shrimp foo young and a large shrimp fried rice. You can't bang that. You got to put that shit in the refrigerator or get that shit to the kids. Does Chicago have the best pizza? Man, to me, Chicago got the best pizza. Everywhere I go, they food nasty. I'm gonna keep it real. Everywhere I went, they food nasty. Even the Jamaicans in Chicago could cook better than the Jamaicans outside of Chicago. I don't know, man. It's like everybody comes to Chicago. It's like a food hub or something. Because the Jamaican foods in Chicago taste different than the Jamaican food in Florida. I'm like, this shit nasty. Atlanta, they soul food in Atlanta was nasty. The soul food in Chicago is good. The soul food in Memphis is nasty. The soul food, no, I take that back. The Sugar Shack, it was good. The soul food in Missouri is nasty. They need to close down. Actually, that soul food spot, it's like they just take some chicken bouillon and put it on the cornbread and mix it up, bro. And now you got dressing. Like, nah, that ain't how dressing is, man. You know. But yeah, I've been to a lot of places, bro, and the food nasty, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. California, the motherfucking burgers was off the meat rack. I had to buy 2 more burgers to go. I brought a burger with some fries from In and Out. I ain't never had In and Out. I had to buy 2 more burgers. Them people was like, you know this costs. Hey, look, just let me get and give me another milkshake. Matter of fact, I'm paying for the person behind me. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead and get it. Now my wife know I'll be paying for shit. She gonna be watching my card now. I went downtown and passed out the money. Now my wife told me she knew I was doing it. My homies then was on that motherfucker. Man, you getting out that money? You could have gave that to us. Hey, look, bro. Don't you got on the Marys? Don't you got on a Gucci sweater? Fuck, I'm gonna give you some money for. And these people ain't got nothing, and they smell. Hopefully they could take the $100 that they gave. I gave him 100, his wife 100, and his 2 kids 100. That's $400. That's a hotel room. Now everybody could take a shower for the night and think about what the next move. You hear me? Or you could take that 400 and go to a room, a monthly room. You know, try to build up some more money. If they would have told me though, Hey, look, instead of getting us the 400, man, just get us a room for the month. Get us to a room. I would have got it for him. But I ain't gonna give you 400 and a room and all that shit. And then I got another line and you calling more people to come get hundreds and shit. Hey, he passing out hundreds. Like, hell no. But yeah, man, you got to get back, man. I just feel bad. Some money I just feel like is dirty. Like there's some interview money I don't even want to touch. You hear me? Me and Nene pass that shit out. They send the money and we pass it out. We gonna go and get some waters and food and pass it out. Some people interview money, like DJU money. We always passed it out. Certain interview money I don't even want to touch. You know, it's like that it's like it's weird, bro. Like this money ain't not a love or none of that. Cause you can get into it with a nigga and then he be trying to say something. So, I always passed out they shit like we ain't need it anyway. We gonna get a blessing. We rather have a blessing than, spending your shit. Yeah, I almost got killed downtown though, Dominic. I almost got killed downtown passing out some money. I tried to get this guy $50 on live and he pulled out a knife. So now I gotta go Rambo on him. Now I gotta jump up and down and let him swing one time and move out the way and then soccer bop him. You hear me? Like I know how to fight a person with a knife. I'm gonna soccer bop you. You ain't fat. And then he was old anyway, so I was just gonna let him get his swing. You only got one swing with a knife or a bat or anything. You know what I'm talking about? I'm fast. I'm gonna move out the way. You might get me. It's a chance. But it's just like we used to play chicken with cars and you know all type of shit. Just doing shit as kids. We ain't playing with them trains though. But with cars we used to do it. Like a nigga will wait till a car get there and then just speed up. Car be like, damn near crash. Yeah, all money, man. I take and give. I donate it, man. A lot of money, a lot of money, man. I just take and donate it, man. It don't be good money. It be feeling weird. But yeah, I damn near got killed, man, downtown for that shit, man. Trying to help somebody. So when I ask them, do they want some money, and they say no, or they act like they crazy and slow, I'm just leaving them alone. I ain't trying to die, giving nobody no money or trying to help somebody. Because I know a lot of people who died trying to help somebody. It was a guy, military guy. He got killed. Um, he was the number one killer in Iraq, I think. And then he came back and he told his wife and kids, he told his wife that he was about to go and help somebody who was having a mental issue. And he ain't never returned, bro. The dude with the mental issue killed him. You hear me? This a real movie. I forgot the name of the sniper, but it probably called Sniper. That shit real, bro. That's why I tell all my people, if a motherfucker going through an episode, leave him. Leave him. If he can't get through it on the phone, hey, leave him. Motherfucker will kill you, bro. And you will be dead, bro. And now they playing crazy. Talking about that they slowing off meds. You hear me? I ain't mean to kill him. The devil told me to do it. You hear me? Like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear that. The devil told you. And I know God ain't just letting you back downstairs off. Hey, God, they made a mistake. Let me back downstairs. And he ain't letting you down here. Yeah, he was the number one killer over there. That's what they said on the documentary, man. They say he was the number one sniper. If it's a terrorist, man, there's no negotiation with terrorists, whether they trying to say it's the United States is the terrorist or the other people. There's no negotiation with them. It's just plain and simple, bro. Oh yeah, I remember the DC sniper. I remember that clip. I remember the DC sniper clear as day. Like that was messed up too. The DC sniper shit. I remember when that was going on, man. That was scary for them people, bro. That was scary as hell, man. And now the little boy up in the jail for the rest of his life. They ain't them people ain't trying to hear you was abused or none of that shit. You going to jail for that. You could have been a victim getting sent off. He's still in jail. Did he die? Yeah, I remember the DC sniper. That was crazy. I was praying for them people, bro. Even though I was in the streets, I was praying for them people, bro. Well, not in the streets really, but outside looking in. I was praying for the people, the DC snipers, bro. I was praying for them people, bro. Like, even though I wasn't in DC or none of that, because that shit's scary, bro. Motherfucker put a hole in the trunk and just riding around and just hitting anybody. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's just crazy to me. You know, it's scary. But you know, only the tough guys would be like, that was some gangster shit. Ain't nothing gangster about that. Cause your mama could have been at the gas station, your grandma. See, everybody laughing towards they people. That's when I noticed that it ain't funny no more. Everybody on that laughing when people dead on the ground, fighting for their life, last breath, clapping, wake up, Craig. And then when they on the ground, you know, now they mama got to argue with other individuals about them disrespecting her deceased son. That's why I don't promote that shit, man. I ain't dissing nobody who dead. You gotta be alive for me to talk shit to you. You gotta be alive for me to talk to you. Or me to even bust a joke on you gotta be alive. Like if I say, I hope you hit a tree or something, you alive right now. I ain't talking about no dead person. I'm talking about somebody who's still walking around on their 2 feet. I'm hoping they going skiing. You hear me? I hope they go skiing and you know, like some shit like that. Because if you play with my income, you playing with my kids, you playing with everybody. You playing with everybody that's around me. So I can't wish nothing good on you. I mean, it'll be bad for me. I mean, it'll only be right for me to wish that you go down. You hear me? Because you can't you in a way. Yeah, American Sniper. That's a real movie, bro. I cried at the end when I first seen American Sniper, bro. Cause it's like you been through all that shit, man, and then get killed by a Pee Wee Herman. You hear me? I call people like that Pee Wee Hermans. I don't say weird no more or weirdo. I say Pee Wee Herman. Cause I used to watch Pee Wee Herman Playhouse, and then he started going to movie theaters and upping his pipe on people. You hear me? Imagine you sitting in the movie theaters and a motherfucker get to whacking off. You hear me? Like, come on, man. What did you on, Pee Wee? I used to watch Pee Wee Playhouse on Saturdays, bro. We up. We dividing the cereal. We got the kaboons. We got the vitamin D. We got the cornflakes with the rooster on the box. But we got sugar though. You hear me? We got sugar and milk. So we weren't tripping about them motherfuckers being frosty because we about to make them frosty. You hear me? That's the only difference between the project kids. Like we don't need frosting flakes on everything. As long as we got a little bit of sugar, everybody could get enough for to make their shit sweet. You hear me? We good. But yeah, I used to watch Pee Wee Herman all the time, man. Then he did that weirdo shit. Mama was like, we can't watch him no more. No more Pee Wee Playhouse. He doing weird shit. Like I used to love Pee Wee Herman, bro. Like way before Blow. Before the Blow shit, before all that. Like Pee Wee Herman was the man, bro, when I was growing up. He was the man when I was growing up, bro. Like all the shit, his little cartoon shit, all the little settings and like it was the shit, man. Then he go in the movie theater and decide to do that shit. The old man dead. So the person who sent the other shorty off, he gone. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't even say what'll happen if we let him out. He probably shoot somebody else and kill him. You know, I don't know, man. I do know once you kill somebody though, that shit like addicting, man. Like once you shoot at somebody, once you do any of that shit, man, like it's like addicting, bro. You'll do it again. For real. First time I shot a gun, I was ready to do it all the time. Like I was like, yeah, to me, I do it. You hear me? Like it's like a rush. It's like a rush behind a gun, bro. I guess that's why the people who won't kill people are always at the gun range. You know, it's the feeling. It's the feeling of the boom, 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 and it's unloading. You know, but it's an addiction though. It's like tattoos, it's like liquor, it's like anything else. I know people might not say, "How it's an addiction, Swipe." It's an addiction. You'll get that feeling and it'll turn to power. You seen motherfucking Tupac. He was a coward on juice. But he just like Bishop. When his homies came around, guess what Bishop did? You whole ass nigga. Yeah, we'll fuck y'all up. You hear me? And then once dude and them beat him up and caught him, he got that little packer. He was willing to kill his friends. Kill Raheem and came to his funeral. Try to kill Big Steel now. You hear me? Had Big Steel shaking in his drawers. Had Q scared. But Q was the one who dropped him off the building. You know, it's some real bishops out here. They can't fight. They some scary motherfuckers, but they will kill you. Male and female. They'll stab your ass. I ain't fighting that big hoe, but to do all the woofing and then stab you. I encourage people not even to fight, man. If a motherfucker ain't touch you, man, just you can say whatever you want, man. Call me what you want. Just don't let me miss it. Just wait till I come from the bank and hit the rest of your shit. All right, y'all. Let me see what's going on through the tube. All right, we gotta watch this.
Don't buy that camera that's going viral to keep burglars away. Do this instead. For only $22 a month, I got a premium home security system. All I did was answer some basic questions on this website. I got it.
Nolan Wells' autopsy. There are disturbing findings. The cause, the manner of death, Nolan Wells, is undetermined pending further investigation. That's according to the preliminary results of an independent autopsy. Ben Crump, attorney representing Wells' parents, released the findings from Dr. Roger Mitchell during a news conference at the NAACP National Conference in Chicago this morning. Let's tell you more. Crump pointed out red discoloration to the back of Nolan's head. He did not see any cuts or fractures in the same area. Mitchell also found portions of Nolan's throat were missing when the medical examiner received the body, which were likely retained for additional testing. The results of the first autopsy and the toxicology report have not yet been released. Autopsy had been performed in Mississippi before Mitchell received the body in Washington, D.C., July 10th. Mitchell noted in his report that because it was the second autopsy and the body had decomposed, he could not tell if there were bruises or abrasion. More on the report, it noted several limitations to his findings, chiefly lack of access to Wells's body in the immediate aftermath of his death. And that lack of access to some parts of Wells's body, which remain with law enforcement, and a lack of answers about how Wells may have drowned, whether he was conscious at the time. Mitchell was also not able to examine Wells's lungs nor his stomach for the content, such as signs of drowning, because investigators had already dissected Wells' organ, removed his throat structures as part of the official investigation, which Mitchell said is standard. Now, there's more, and it involves 7 key questions that do remain. How Wells went into the water before being found on the beach of Horn Island 2 days after.
The mysterious death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells has now become a national story and a national debate. Some believe he's the victim of a racial attack, while others believe this was a tragic accident that has nothing to do with race. The investigation is far from over, but today, Nolan Wells' family attorney Benjamin Crump announced some preliminary results from a private autopsy.
This pathologist cannot rule out if any intervening non-accidental factors contributed to or caused the death of Nolan Wells.
And now new details also being revealed by witnesses who saw Nolan Wells' body.
Nolan was found face down, fully clothed.
Meanwhile, the official investigation into what happened on Horn Island on July 4th continues as a grand jury in Mississippi is reportedly looking at the case. And now, for the first time, one of Nolan's friends who was there that day is speaking out for the first time about what he saw and what he heard. All these new developments now have fueled even more debate and raised even more questions surrounding the tragic death of Nolan Wells. This is now a divisive story, the death of Nolan Wells. And the question is, was this an accident or was this a crime? Was this fueled by racism or are these baseless allegations? In this episode, we're going to take a look at some new information, including those results from the private autopsy and the words of one of Nolan Wells' friends. I'm Vinny Politan. Let's investigate.
We quilt this city. Quilted more than
At all. We're also learning new information that Nolan Wells went out with not just a couple of friends, but went out with a large group. That's what one of his friends is saying. We're going to talk about that. This is a much different picture than was painted, right? We saw the picture of Nolan with three of his friends, and we're thinking, okay, four guys going out there. Maybe there's a fifth or a sixth, but no, it's a much larger group. In fact, the group was so large that they went out on three different boats and followed each other out there. So this is a much different situation than what I had in my mind about what was going on that day. I thought it was, okay, there's a few people out, maybe a few dozen people out on Horn Island. We're hearing the numbers are much larger. And he was out with a few friends when it's a much, much larger group. Also, we're learning a lot more now from Ben Crump, who is the attorney representing Nolan Wells' family, trying to uncover everything and make sure a full and transparent investigation takes place here. And they've hired their own medical examiner to perform a private autopsy. And those preliminary results are out. And we are going to talk about those private autopsy results. Very significant. Very important in all of this, but they are preliminary and they're part of the second autopsy because the medical examiner from the state has not released any information yet. Now, there's another big piece of information that was revealed by Ben Crump today, talking about Nolan Wells and when he was found and what his body looked like, and most importantly, what he was wearing. Take a listen to this.
The fact, Christine, that the United Cajun Navy are so forthcoming. The fact that they told us, we haven't heard from any of their local officials, that Nolan was found face down, fully clothed. Well, that's significant to us because the last time we saw him on the videos, he was without a shirt. So at what point did he put on a shirt? Somebody saw something. Somebody knows something. There were almost 300, 400 people. Somebody knows something.
Okay. Fully clothed. Now, the United Cajun Navy is a private organization that helps in search and rescues. And we've seen them in a lot of the cases that we've covered through the years. And a member of the United Cajun Navy let it be known that based upon his observations, face down, fully clothed. What exactly does fully clothed mean? Well, at a minimum, you're going to have a shirt on, right? I want you to take a look at this video. This is from TMZ, and this was from the day that Nolan Wells went missing on Horn Island. And there he is. And you notice in that video, not wearing a shirt. This is according to the metadata around 2:23 in the afternoon. So this would be a couple hours prior to those boats leaving. But at that time, not fully clothed, he's wearing swim trunks. Now, what does the term fully clothed mean? Does it mean you get out of your swim trunks, or does it mean you have a shirt on? Does it mean you have a shirt and shoes on? It's not clear. But at a minimum, if you're going to describe someone as fully clothed, they're going to have a shirt on. So when did he put on a shirt, and why was he wearing a shirt? Why was he in the water with a shirt, right? These are important questions that haven't been answered, but new information now that raises.
Hey man, hey, fully clothed, man. He had on all this shit. His shoes, his socks, his shirt, everything he had on. That's fully clothed.
You know, curiosity about the timeline from 2:23 to the time that he apparently goes missing, shirtless, and then wearing a shirt, according to the United Cajun Navy. So that's a big development in all this. Because if you put on your shirt, that would likely put you on a boat, not on the island, not in the water, but potentially on a boat getting ready to head back. I mean, that's the natural implication from that. Unless, for some reason he put the shirt on the island. But in that image there that we saw, he didn't have the shirt when he was sort of hanging by the boat. So why was the shirt on? Or is that inaccurate reporting? That's possible too. That's potentially inaccurate. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, that's huge. Also, Benjamin Crump presenting to the public the results of the preliminary autopsy done by a private medical examiner who they hired to do this, was actually paid for by Colin Kaepernick, the former football player. So let's take a listen to what Ben Crump revealed at this.
Want to know someone's criminal past? Search millions of records instantly, from arrests to active warrants. Get the facts.
Meeting today. Fascinating stuff.
So, Dr. Roger Mitchell, board certified forensic pathologist, performed a preliminary report on the death of Nolan Xavier Wells. He conducted and presented this report on July 19th, 2026. Preliminary report, second autopsy, death of Nolan Xavier Wells. Cause of death, undetermined, pending investigation. And we'll explain that as we go through the report this morning. The manner of death, undetermined, pending investigation. Preliminary findings, and this is significant. Focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region. He said the etiology is unknown at this time. Very significant for Dr. Mitchell was that the anterior inner neck structures were absent, not received with the body. And we'll explain that in just a minute.
Two significant pieces here, right? So there's this soft tissue redness in the back of the head in this area that apparently was not discovered or examined in the initial autopsy by the state medical examiner. That's according to the private medical examiner, Dr. Mitchell. And then the area of the throat was not provided when they provided the body. Part of the throat was still retained by the state medical examiner, which may mean that there's further testing being done to see if there's any sort of injury to the throat part of Nolan Wells, while there is some soft tissue redness back here that, again, the genesis of it not explained. Like it's not known at this time, but it was noted for the preliminary autopsy. Let's continue to watch.
How he found red discoloration when he cut open into the back of his head towards the occipital bone, and he saw the red discoloration, and we actually saw the pictures of it. It's significant. You can't help but notice, why is this dark red here in the back of his head? And so he was important to note that in his report. He said that etiology of this finding is unclear. There are no lacerations of the overlaying skin nor fractures of the underlying skull. These findings are inconclusive for perimortem injury due to both the extensive decomposition and the absence of associated injuries. This finding, however, is significant enough to be highlighted in this preliminary report for further investigation. It is important to reiterate that the finding could not have been observed in the first autopsy because the posterior head and neck dissection were not performed. He said another limitation, move this back here. Another limitation faced by this forensic pathologist was the absence of the anterior internal neck structures. The trachea and the laryngeal cartilage, the thyroid horn, and the hyoid bone were not received with the body. So he's saying that the throat was not received with the body when he got Nolan Wells' body in Washington, D.C. to perform the second autopsy. And so let's discuss that with what he said about that. He said, it is assumed that the initial pathologist retained these structures for additional evaluation. He said the retention of the anterior neck structures during an initial autopsy is a common forensic pathology practice. He was chief medical examiner for 7 years in Washington, D.C., and he said that if they had concern about throat or any fracture or compression of the throat, they too will hold them back. He doesn't know why they held the throat back, but he said the throat was not with the body of Nolan Wells when he received it in Washington, D.C. to perform the second autopsy.
So let's just hold there for 1 second. So there's no allegation that anything's being hidden from the private medical examiner doing this autopsy, right? It's not an allegation that's being hidden. What it is there's a reason why it wasn't provided. And that reason could be further investigation, further analysis, further testing for injuries or something in the throat area. But those results aren't known. We don't know the actual reason. But again, they're not accusing the state of hiding evidence. What they're doing is saying, listen, there's potentially a reason why it would be held back. Let's continue to watch.
He said, nevertheless, a posterior neck dissection performed without review of the anterior neck structures is incomplete. Therefore, this pathologist cannot rule out injury to the neck as a contributor or a cause of death. He said he would need to have the medical examiner in Mississippi allow him to review the throat. That's why he said his autopsy is undetermined pending investigation. Lastly, in cases where a death has occurred in or around a body of water with suspicion of drowning, it is important to confirm how that person entered the water. This is the crux of the matter. This information is especially important for those deaths of persons who can swim. As in the case with Nolan Wells, at the time of this report, this forensic pathologist does not know the condition of Nolan Wells. He did not know whether he was conscious or unconscious when he entered the water. He said that would be significant. He said he did not know whether he was forced into the water or unforced into the water. He said that would be significant. So he said the condition of Nolan Wells before he entered the water would be the crux of the matter. It would be of utmost importance to being able to determine a cause and manner of death. He said, definitive circumstances of death are required to determine the manner of death. For these reasons, this pathologist cannot rule out, and let me really call your attention to this. For these reasons, this pathologist cannot rule out if any intervening non-accidental factors contributed to or caused the death of Nolan Wells. Understand, he's saying based on the examination of the body, he cannot rule out foul play. That is significant.
I love you.
Don't say it. Feed him.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we'll find out. We'll find out what happened to him. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. We definitely will find out what happened to him, though. Sooner or later. Smash that like button, y'all.
The family of the 15-year-old boy tells me more than anything, he was excited to start high school here next month. They also tell me he was an athlete and a big brother whose life was tragically cut short.
This is 15-year-old Isaiah Palmer wearing his cap and gown as he recently graduated from grade school. Police say they were called here to Jackson Boulevard near Kilpatrick around 1 o'clock in the morning. His mother tells me she came home to find Isaiah shot in the head on their back porch. She was understandably too distraught to speak, his cousin stepping in.
We're absolutely devastated.
She says Isaiah had a 10 p.m. curfew.
He was a gamer, he loved sports, just an overall quiet, calm, cool, pretty pretty cool kid.
After hours, he was only allowed to hang out with his friends on their back porch.
I think that it's very important to understand that this child was in the safety of his own home. They lived on the third floor. It wasn't as if there was easy access. He did not hang out. He was not a part of street life, street culture.
His family telling me they've spent the last 15 years of his life trying to protect him.
We want to raise good young men, and that's what we did, and he was taken from us way too soon and tragically.
It's not clear who shot Lyzea or why. You can see the back of their building is secured by a gate.
This is senseless. It does not make sense. He was not the type of personality to be involved in something this tragic.
The family is asking anyone in the community who knows something about the shooting to come forward. Reporting on the west side, Asal Razai, CBS News, Chicago. The family of the 15
Create PDF spaces in a click.
$100,000, that's the bond for a Southwest Memphis woman accused of fatally shooting a man allegedly found hiding under her juvenile daughter's bed. Kendra Scott was in court today to face a charge of first-degree murder for the death of Rodarius Morton. Braille Brown spoke with Scott's attorneys about their confidence in representing her.
Yeah, his homies and them did that shit, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, your mama and them at work, you invite your friends up there and then they kill you, bro. Like she said, she just threw the alley hoop. They don't want to snitch on nobody and be called snitches. So basically what she just said was, yes, it ain't easy access to get on the third floor. It's not like you downstairs, none of that. She should have just told who the fuck was upstairs. Like, they killed child people, bro. It's crazy.
$100,000, that's the bond for a Southwest Memphis woman accused of fatally shooting a man allegedly found hiding under her juvenile daughter's bed. Kendra Scott was in court today to face a charge of first-degree murder for the death of Rodarius Morton. Braille Brown spoke with Scott's attorneys about their confidence in representing her.
Kendra Scott stood before the judge draped in a Shelby County jumpsuit while her family sat in the gallery for emotional support. Her attorneys say that they believe that the state would have a challenge to pursue a first-degree murder charge. Currently, her bond is set at $100,000.
Well, the challenges I'm seeing are for the state in trying to go forward on first-degree murder charges. You've got a woman who is kind of living out your worst nightmare as a parent.
This is the first time your news leader is getting a look at Kendra Scott in person for her bond hearing. She was also ordered to stay away from the victim's family. Scott is charged with fatally shooting Rodarius Morton at her home along the 3000 block of Travis Road. She reportedly told investigators, quote, "I did what I had to do."
To expect anybody to be able to act in a cool, calm manner, premeditate any sort of action, is just unrealistic. I think even the best of us, the worst of us, any of us, would be acting irrationally given this set of circumstances.
Morton died from a gunshot wound to the back of his head. Investigators say he was allegedly invited to Scott's residence by a juvenile and entered through the back door at 1 a.m. Scott's attorneys say at this moment they are unsure if the state's new stand your ground law will play a part in this case as they await doorbell footage and an autopsy report.
I don't know enough about what led to the actual shooting. I don't know if there was a scuffle. I don't know if it was an accidental discharge. I just don't know.
The juvenile told police Scott previously told her if she saw a boy in the home, she would shoot him.
It's my understanding that Ms. Scott did not know this person. The daughter. And I don't know how they met. That's something we'll look into. My guess is that this was somebody who was looking for young people online. He found a vulnerable 13-year-old, and you know what happened next.
Scott's next appearance in court will be August 3rd. We'll be sure to keep you updated both on air and online. Reporting for your news leader, Braille Brown, WREG News Channel 3.
You found the dream car, but it's 1,000 miles away.
Hey, yeah, her daughter, a straight bomb, man. Her daughter ain't nothing, man. She still trying to get her mama in jail, bruh. She still trying to get her daughter locked up. I mean, she trying to get her mama locked up. She ain't shit. Man, 13-year-old and a grown man in your house, man. You can do whatever you want to do to him. She only mistake she made was letting them get out the house. She should have killed them soon as she seen them. Soon he was under the bed. She should have just popped him. You can't even protect your house. The judges and shit, they act like they don't know somebody in your house to kill them. Like, come on, man. Like, what is we going to court for, bro? Is we trying to get justice for a person who just got caught with a 13-year-old or what? I don't be understanding America, man. I don't be understanding America, man. This girl was 13 years old, bro. Like, what is we going to court for? Is we trying to get justice for him? On TikTok, the daughter say she was 19. I'm saying though, she trying to get her mama slammed. She told the police that her mama said she gonna kill any boy that come in her house. If you gotta bring a boy in your mama house, you ain't even supposed to hire company. How you gonna hire company in somebody else's house? How you gonna invite somebody else to over to your daddy house or your mama house? You grown as hell. Yeah, what a grown man doing under the bed? He gotta be one of them. You under the bed, brother. A person who her age ain't finna hide the person who her age gonna be under the bed because he gonna be scared to get caught. Not no grown man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I say it's some evil ass kids out here, bruh. It's some evil kids out here, bruh. Your mama done smoked the motherfucker. You would think that the little girl gonna turn into a kid and play victim. She talking about some. My mama said she gonna smoke everybody. Yeah, homie the clown was around when I was in school. When I was going to Douglas school, they used to hide the vans and shit saying homie the clown. You know, you see a clown, man, watch out. Somebody with a clown mask on riding around with a white van on. I remember one time they pulled up to Douglas. Fuckers talking about, do y'all want some candy and shit? Yeah, homie the clown was a real thing back then. Homie the clown was definitely real shit back then. Like they used to give out warnings and shit in school on the intercom on Fridays. Make sure y'all stay in groups and shit like that. Motherfuckers trying to swindle kids with candy and stuff. Pulling up on kids. You want some candy? Get in my car. Yeah, that was just a weirdo infiltrating a clown. Infiltrating this shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm rolling my weed right now. Oh yeah, he'll get all the gang members, King Lee. King Lee, he'll get all the gang members right now. All they gotta do is ride around. Hey, I got a switch for you. You want to switch? Get in my car. The gang members gone. Even if he told the gang members, you got to give me some head for this switch, the gang members still gonna come back with the switch. I'm telling you, the gang members, they fruit balls, man. You gotta watch the ones that's always talking about that he got a phobia or some shit. You hear me? The ones who always talking about, hey, I got a phobia, I'm allergic to him. He the one who doing that shit with him. That be the ones on them blocks that always said that shit too, now that I think about it. Man, motherfucker, gay person better not never play with me. Just come out the blue and say it. Like, what would make you say that? What would make them play with you? Like, what would make you just come out the blue and say that while we smoking weed? You know? And then kind of find out his videotapes of him biting the apple. That's how it was with the guy Rich Payne. I came at Lil J. Rich Payne made a story about me. And then the Transformer had sent me a video like, I seen Rich Payne made a video about you. Hey, get him. And sent me the video. Rich Payne laid in bed with the Transformer biting the apple. That man can't say nothing to me, man. He can't say nothing the trenches do. I don't even know him from over there. But since he said something to me, he got an answer to all that shit. He started doing interviews, phone calls, but he ain't said, ain't nobody asked him about the apple, about biting the apple, man. Ain't nobody asked the man that, bro. You bit the apple, bro. You done broke all the codes, bro. That's the man, Damon. Rich Payne, bogus as hell. I've been waiting on him to get out. I'm telling you, I told you, I got a fan base, bro. I got like a lot of people who mess with me, subscribers, bro. Like for real. They gon' let me know, bro. Like Lil J, when Lil J said something about me, Lil J girlfriend, who he got locked up, inboxed me and told me the story because we had the story wrong. She ain't do shit to Lil J but post some Gatorade on his car. He ran up in their crib, smacked her and her mama up, and broke her jaw on everything, bro. Cause she put some Gatorade on his car. He did all that, bro. She hit me up and let me know the real. Like, Swipe, I fuck with you, man, but this the real story. Like, you done went to jail for that? You in the feds for that? Motherfucker post some Kool-Aid on your car, you supposed to roll up. Hey, look, I know that you gonna get into it with your girl. Everybody do it. The judges and everything. Motherfuckers just ain't been to jail for it. So they look down on other people. But you can get into an argument in Chicago, girls call the police, you ain't got to touch them. Your ass going to jail. You know what I'm talking about? It's sad that a person got to go through it or something like that. But, you know, I just recommend, man, just leave the women alone, man. No matter how much they hit you or punch on you or anything, you going to go to jail for it, bro. Unless you call the police, man. You going to jail, bro. Like, for real. Let that shit go. Because a motherfucker act tough or punch you and shit, then you punch them back because they punched you and thought it was sweet. And now, you know, you hit a female, you hitting on women. Like, nah, you should never punch them. Like, you just can't go around socking people, punching people in their face and shit and then not expect not to get socked back because you talking about you a woman. Like, hell nah. Like, you respect people and they gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? And that's man or female. Like, respect each other, but you just can't hit a motherfucker and then start playing the abusive role after you been hitting them in. You know, because I know some guys. I know some guys who women beat on them. You know, and then when they finally swing back, he the problem. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I done seen this girl get drunk, hit him over the head with a bottle. He done woke up with a black eye, all type of shit. Now he finally get his get back and get her a black eye. Now everybody, oh, he abusive. What about the 20 times she gave him a black eye? He was walking around this motherfucker up and down 63rd with a black eye. What about that? Like, we gonna forget about that? We gonna forget about when she walk around and say, don't make me black your eye like I did last week. We gonna forget about that, or we gonna remember that? You hear me? Like, I got a homie who had got his ass whooped, his girl beating him up. And she from the low end. She from the projects. So she body punching and everything. She used to be a dyke, but now she a woman now. So you know how that go. That's like going with what's that girl name who be dancing and shit from Philly? Who be boxing Meatball. That's like going with Meatball, man. Meatball whooping your ass. You tell Meatball you finna break up with her, I guarantee Meatball gonna put hands and feet on the motherfucker. I'd be scared to go with somebody like Meatball. You know it's not working out, Meatball. Like, I need some time. Meatball, ain't no time. You know what I'm talking about? Whack, 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 whack. Meatball big, bro. I'm talking about the girl Meatball from Philly. Meatball knocking people out, bro. Just imagine you got a girl like Meatball who gonna take off on you. You said it's over, and then catch you right in your mouth. Boom. And now you on the ground. Nobody gonna remember that, but everybody gonna remember when he just put his hands on her like, fuck out of here, man. Hey, I'm a man of Prince. Don't touch me. I won't touch you. That's how I am, bro. I don't just walk around want to touch people, bro. I don't like humans. You hear me? Like, for real, I hate humans, bro. I hate human beings, man, because it's like you got to go off how they feeling of your day. You hear me? Like, you got to go off high. Like, when you outside, it could be a motherfucker who lost outside, who just wake up and be like, who the first person say hello to me, I'm going to stab him. You hear? So I just stay away from people, man. A lady was walking downtown Chicago. A homeless man stabbed her right in the esophagus, bro, and ran off. Don't know the lady. You hear me? So I just rather stay away from people, bro. Like, for real. I tell myself that because I know I flip when a person paying slower. Like, I got a problem, bro, with that shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't care if it's the judge, the jury, I will flip on everything. They like, what happened? He just fast, like, for real. If I feel something ain't right, bro, I'm gonna let it be known, man. Shit ain't right, man. But yeah, Meatball whooping her boyfriend. Last boyfriend I seen Meatball with, shit, he started doing dances with she whooped his ass a couple of times. He be on that thing eating, doing fishbowl challenges and every motherfucking thing now. First he was a gangster. She put it on him though. She gave his ass a whoop whopper bam. Let me see what else over here. Y'all say Charleston White. Charleston White at what's the name? I seen that, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Charleston White should be cool, man. Somebody gonna nail him, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hate to say that. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 wild. Charleston White, he be real, bro. Like, he be real. I know the shit he say disrespectful, but if you could comprehend, if you got comprehension skills, what you know what he's saying is the truth, bro. His delivery, bro, is messed up, bro. Like, for real, his delivery real messed up, bro. But he telling the truth about a lot of shit he be saying, bro. Like, for real. Like, he was saying that Houston couldn't read. That ain't throwing no damn shots, man. Y'all niggas walking around here with jewelry on and all this shit. Y'all can't even read. You know? He be telling the truth, though. He be telling the truth. But he just he disrespecting the dead and shit, bro. Like, that shit ain't even cause for, bro, to get your speech out.
Hello there.
Oh. I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Liberty Bibberty, and I'm here to tell everyone it feels great. Stupidity. And I don't know.
All you I was in this city. I've been showing you my exits, my location. Who does this? I don't know no nigga
that come to y'all city who don't check in and say, hey, y'all, I'm in a cat.
Hey, you said he telling the truth, but he should not have played with that. Nah. He told the truth about Carmelo. His parents slow, man. How y'all get all that money, bro, and y'all ain't got him no real lawyer? How y'all even agree to go? Look, how do you even agree to go to court with all white jury and your son black, man? His parents agreed to that shit, man. His parents both throwing the flag. Hey, look, ain't no peers of my son. You know, that they're smart parents, bro. His parents slow, bro. I even said that. I said it before Charleston White said it. His parents slow than a motherfucker, man. You went to go and buy houses and all that shit. Bro, you was supposed to get him some a good defense, bro. He going against the whole community, nigga. Like his family's slow. Charleston White was telling the truth. He was with them at first. Carmelo family slow, bro. On everything, man. They slow than a motherfucker, bro. It's fine to them, okay? It's fine to get on there and say, yeah, my son was innocent, so I agreed to him to have all white jury. Well, don't be talking about that racist that he got 35 years because you agreed to it. Now you want to say they played the race card when you agreed to this shit.
They wouldn't let me buy my mace. I went to Academy Fur to try to buy the mace. Because I know I'm going to Fifth Ward. And I know there's going to be a war because don't know who disrespect Rapper Lot Records and mob cars show up in Fifth Ward after disrespecting Pimp C. I said, fuck George Floyd. I said, fuck Rapper Lot. I said, fuck Jay Prince. And had the nerve to walk back in the Fifth Ward neighborhood by myself with no police protection. I got to be the baddest on the internet. I will be calling the FBI in the morning to file a report. Why? Because James Prince sent a representative. So I will be going down to the FBI office in the morning to put this in documentation. Because we know he had Takeoff killed. We know he had Takeoff killed for the illegal gambling. And I got information on the illegal gambling and the Takeoff case. One of the Rapper Lot people called me and gave me information. I stayed for 3 hours, my nigga. Just to show these niggas I really think I'm bad. I don't weigh nothing but 125 pounds, 5'8", one eye, with a hip that's taller than the other. I stayed in that bitch for 3 hours in Fifth Ward watching it take pictures, watching it pull up, and then a big old nigga with some muscles go come up there. He think we in a cell together where he can scare me to apologize. Now, we were in a cell together. I might say, man, I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said to you. But man, we ain't in the free world. We ain't in jail. We're in the free world. Can't now one of you big ass niggas make me apologize.
Old Spice Cashmere and Vanilla Deodorant. 24/7 cologne quality scent.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a
put in office again that's going to protect our people. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to run nobody that ain't going to be for the best interest of our people. Okay? Now look, I'm going to be very clear. We got Democrats, we got Republicans, and we got independents. But what I'm all about is who is the perfect person that's going to fit our agenda and our goddamn people. Okay, so with that county clerk, let me be clear. When y'all call me and tell me Dr. Matthews, the police did this to me, or Dr. Matthews, they didn't do this shit to me, or Dr. Matthews, da-da-da-da. How can I help you if I can't get the goddamn court documents? So, who we got at this point right now, who used to be the county clerk for Harris County is Chris Daniels. Wait a minute, y'all still talking. Like, I'm trying to put y'all on some goddamn game because when y'all call me to help you, how can I help you for the best interest of? I don't. Divorce. What's that do? I don't give a damn about that shit. Go down there to McKinney, Texas. That's older. Regardless of even today, what they did was wrong. The DA is a fucking freak. I know a lot of y'all ain't paying attention. I know a lot of y'all ain't paying attention because y'all think a lot of what she's saying is bullshit. But listen, the power lies in the booth. If you can't start at the bottom of the political process, you can't wait 4 years to try to elect your president to have power. Power starts right here. You don't know nobody in the city that can get a white elected official to come down to talk to a bunch of drunk niggas that won't even listen. They won't even listen. You can't get nobody in the city that'll get a white elected official that'll come talk to a bunch of drunk niggas who won't even listen. They ain't even stop talking. So the next time you have one of these events, you gotta take the drunk niggas out of the mix. Because the drunk niggas, they're still talking while the political process is talking. They don't go to the polls. The niggas that's still talking right now, these gonna be the same niggas complaining when we go back to slavery. They gonna vote us back to slavery. Why? Because we don't have permanent rights. Say, drunk niggas. All the drunk niggas, listen up.